Yes, that's right. It's time for the ADHD stream. Can you believe it? Oh my god, it's happening. It's finally happening. I mean, the only reason that it's not happened is because I didn't have a perfect week of streaming. As you know, as I normally do anyway. But yeah. Hello, everybody. Look at all these wonderful people here in my chat. Who we got here? We got Adam Warlock. Hello. We've got K10 Kitten. Hello. We got Mershak. We got It's a Mammal. We've got Lost Futures. Hello, Lost Futures. Shafiq, can I get a link to Lost Futures YouTube channel in the chat, please? Go and subscribe to him. He's great. Just Johnny. Go follow Just Johnny. There's a shout out for him up in the chat as well. You can check him out. And Middle Earth Marxist, hello. Pat Potato, Shafiq, Don Muel, Vord. Hello. Goblin Hugger. We also get a shout out for Goblin Hugger. They're an amazing streamer. And we got Smutty Baba Yaga as well. Welcome in, everybody. In true ADHD fashion, splitting my attention between this and work. And probably as a result of the ADHD, not being quite as efficient at either as you could be. If you'd just focused on one, if you were able to focus on just one. That's kind of one of the problems I have. Maybe you don't. It's all different for everybody, isn't it? But welcome in, everyone. How's your day been? What have you been up to? I'm sorry that I'm late, right? I know that yesterday I was giving it the big legs like, oh, I'm a new man now. I start the stream at 5 p.m. and go on till 10. No, of course I'm not doing that. Of course I'm not, because in true ADHD fashion, my brain is magical. Like I keep having these like ideas that time doesn't operate in the way that it actually does, and that makes me think that I'm going to be on time for things that I'm not. I never am. So that's that. Hey Trashcan, what's going on? Welcome in, and hello Jan Shafim. Got a Zoom meeting in a bit. ADHD tips and tricks going on here. Love to watch the VOD afterwards. It's going to be going up on the VOD channel, that's for sure. That's for sure. Can't seem to tag Goblin. Sorka.
9 months baby.
9 months baby, that's right. It's a baby. It's baby time. That's right. The Twitch baby now. Sorka, thank you so much for the 9 months of Prime Gaming. Appreciate that. Can't seem to tag Goblin Hugger. Can't give him a shout out. So what you do if you can't, like, you don't need to tag anyone. What you do is you just type their name in it. You know what I mean? That's all you do. Yeah, there you go. So go follow those folks in the chat. Really appreciate that, mods. What were you doing? Makers and crafting. What was that? What were you doing there? Makers and crafting. What does that mean? What were you crafting? What were you making? What was happening? It's going well. Cheers, Sorka. Yeah, I've had a good day despite, you know, despite being late. I've been to the gym. I'm so healthy at the minute, chat. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's disgusting. It's vile. It's sickening. I'm in the gym every day. And I'm doing also Muay Thai once a week. I'm planning on going climbing on Sunday. Can you believe that? Fucking climbing. So there you go. This is me. This is me now. So that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Brain still doesn't work right, but I'm doing more stuff, and that's fine. You were sewing a new neckline into a t-shirt. I don't even know what that means. Also, I'm planning on doing yoga for the first time in ages tomorrow, because I really need to sort out my posture. I could not remember for the life of me what the word for posture was last night. You know when we raided Sophie and her and Mildred were like watching the thingy, right? The Caleb Maupin allegation debunking video, where he didn't debunk any allegations and just sort of said, yes, I did that, and it was really bad, but also it didn't happen. Because there kept being that, like, that shot of him with the gamer neck, kept being that shot of like him like this. Oh, it was so funny, wasn't it? Fucking funny as fuck. Hey Prince, how's it going? Fucking hell, Muel, good for you. Brains are overweight rated anyway. It's so true. It's so true. How to start going to the gym again? Your student accommodation market is self-provided. Gym facility is the only provider off peak. So if I want to go to the gym without paying a sub, I can't afford on top of my rent. Need to get there by 4 p.m., which is very un-ADHD. I agree. That's very not ADHD, is it? That's so not Raven ADHD. Bad brain at least gets a bit quieter when you're lifting heavy circles or sweating pickles. That's true. I agree. That's why I like it so much. That's actually why I like it so much, you know? Because it's something that I can legitimately concentrate on. It didn't happen, but if it did happen, it wouldn't have been that bad. Actual Holocaust denial logic. Yeah, similar shit. I agree. Be right back, cat on the kitchen counter. Get down! Get down from there. Goblin. Scrunkly behavior. Cats are just scrunkly little guys. I was listening to a tune yesterday. I don't know if anyone ever does this. And this bit's probably not going to be that funny, but I'm doing it anyway. Fuck it. I don't care. I literally don't care. But there's a song by Rush. I don't even know what song it is. So I don't even get it right. Is it? It's not Tom Sawyer. There's like a video where they're all like... like a video where they're all live and what is it? The trees? No, it's not that. They're like live and shit and oh, I don't know what it is. See, this is ADHD. It's happening now. Is it 2112? Is that what it is? Not that. Is it this? Is it Xanadu?
Hello, my old chum.
It is this, I think. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Nah, I don't think it is this either. I might as well show you what I'm looking at, mightn't I? It's a similar video to this where they're all on stage and stuff. And it's like, and the lyrics kind of sat right now the bit is kind of, it doesn't even matter because I don't actually remember what the tune is called. But the lyrics sound like, what you think about a scrunkly bee is what you think about society. And like, I just kept thinking about this scrunkly bee. And in my brain, they were singing this song, and I don't know what the actual lyrics are, but like, I was just thinking like, oh, that'll be a funny TikTok. I'll do that. Yes, it is funny. The bit's funny, but it's wasted now, isn't it? Because I don't even know what, like, I can't, what I was going to do, what I was going to do, right, is I was going to play the song, yeah, and you were going to all hear the lyrics, and then I was going to say, this is what I think it sounds like. You know when people hear ABBA and they sing along to ABBA and they go, Dancing Queen with the Evergreens. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Right, is that the tune? Tom Sawyer. Right, is it Tom Sawyer? I was there and I was like, it's not Tom Sawyer. It's not Tom Sawyer. Thank you, Andy. Right, listen, I can do the bit now. Right, listen.
What do you say about his company is what you say about society.
Right, now let me play it again. Play it again with my lyrics, right?
What do you say about his
Scrunkly bee.
is what you say about society.
And I got thinking, well, that would be a good TikTok, wouldn't it? So that's that. That's that. For always open with your strongest bit, right? You've got the perfect one for these mistakes. Can I get a shout out for I'm a Coconut, please? Hoolade says, popped in here because I was task paralyzing over writing by listening to music instead, and it makes me very happy we're also doing this here too. That's literally what's happening. Yes, you're right, Hoolade. Welcome in. I will indulge you, Andy, yes. Hi, I'm a Coconut. How are you doing? But you know, that would be like a good TikTok if I had like a little picture of like a scrunkly bee. You know, like a really scrunkly bee. I don't know what a scrunkly bee would look like, but like I'm trying to, I don't know, maybe it would look something like, yeah, you go find the link, Andy. You go find the link, and I'll show chat what I kind of think of when I think of like a scrunkly bee. Very long legs. Yeah, I'm down for that. So what I think of a scrunkly bee, I think it would kind of look a little bit like this. Where's the paintbrush tool? Right, there we go. Is that? No, not. Well, yeah. It's a bit smaller brush there. You know, sort of like very scrunkly face like this. You know? Kind of like this. A bee that's hairy rather than fuzzy. Yeah, you know, all little bits of hair coming out like scrunkly as fuck, right? Yeah, exactly. Crumpled up bee, like a crunkled up bee. I'm thinking like this is exactly what was in my head when I was. Please make this an emote. I would die for him. We can't just make every insane thing that I think of an emote. Scrunkly bee. You know? But by the way, chat, are you impressed with how good I am at drawing with a mouse? Because that's what's happening right now. Where's the fill bucket there? Bit of yellow. Yeah. There we go. And then a bit more black. Yeah. There we go. Scrunkly bee. Bees don't really have like a face like that, do they? They kind of have like a, like in cartoons they kind of have like a grey face. And then like it's a Dutch bee. Wait, what? Because it's high? He's been through it, but he's got the spirit, yes. This reminds me of the robot wasps from Simpsons Hit and Run. I never played that game, you know. And then let's just do a little bit of teeth. Oh, wrong color. There. You know, just mad teeth. Bee's got mad teeth. And then maybe like some red for the mouth, like that. There you go. Scrunkly bee, just like that. Got brown eyes. Don't know why, just thought of that now. Brown-eyed bee. Oh, fuck. No, stop that. Some red for the bee lips. Yeah. The posture of the body, very arced. Yeah, very arced. Very, very, very arced. Let's just quickly do some wings. Very scrunkly wings. You know? The bee's been through it, but he's got the spirit, exactly like we were saying. You know? That's what's going down. Scrunkly bee. There you go. And some scrunkly legs, I think, probably. Like, just a bit. Like, some scrunkly legs, like, Yeah. He's been through it. He's been through it. There you go. Scrunkly B. Right, so now, this is what now I can show you what, like, the TikTok, the potential TikTok or, like, bit of content would be, right? I could show you what it would be. It would be like this. Yes, we will save this, I guess. Save it to the desktop as Scrunkly B. Scrunkly B. Right? And so here's what it would look like. Rush, Tom Sawyer, right? Yes, that's right. I'm going to show you what the TikTok B would be like. Hello, Amber System. How you doing? Don't mind me just having a breakdown live on stream. So it would be like this. So this is exactly how it would go, right? So it's playing. And it would just pop up like that, and I would be like, Scrunkly B. And that's the TikTok. There you go. It's done. Do you know what I mean? It's done that now. I'll put it up tomorrow. It'll be good, that, won't it? You all better like it, by the way. Got the timing down exactly. Hey, Emmy. Kumpen B, that's right, Cyberquaker. Hello. And hello, Gumba Master. I don't know if I said hi to you just right, because that was... Is Rush part of the ADHD focus stream? No, but that bit then, when I was... So I had an ADHD moment. Yeah, made it under 10 seconds, that's right. I found the song It's Missing by Christian rock band Flyleaf. The words are, something's missing in me. I feel it deep within me, but it sounds like she says dick within me. Well, you've already timestamped it for me. So let's listen to what Andy's saying about that. And let's see if he's right about that. Andy's right. It does sound like she says dick within me. That is not what I expected that band to sound like. Christian rock band Flyleaf. Like they kind of sound pretty good. I'm not getting a lot of Jesus from this. Flyleaf made a song based on a myth about Columbine pushed by Christian fundies. Oh no. Well, that's the end of that. That's the end of that bit of the stream, isn't it? They made an anti-Cumming song. Okay, all right. You've piqued my interest. Show me the anti-Cumming song. Want to listen to that. She's inviting Jesus deep inside of her. I don't know what you mean. Hello, Rebel Firestorm. How's it going? Hello, Almost Elise, and hello, Tanuki. People used to think Evanescence was a Christian rock band. People used to think that Black Sabbath were a Christian rock band. Hey, Lord Trek, how's it going on? The do you believe in God myth? I don't know. Yeah, I watched a documentary about Black Sabbath ages ago. And so they had like Christians who were like, these people are Satanists and all this, right? But then they had like people who were into Led Zeppelin and stuff like that saying that they were Christian. They were too Christian because they had the name Sabbath, even though it was Black Sabbath. So this song that Andy's put in the chat. This is apparently the one about not coming, like you're not anti-wanking song. Okay, so this is where we're going with the stream today. It's a good start today, chat, already. ADHD stream. We've already not spoken about ADHD once. Kinda we have, kinda.
Being in love, you rob your mind and defile your body.
Oh yeah, this is already reaching me in places I didn't think it would. Absolutely. Spot on. It is. It's like when you have a wank, it's exactly like being in love. That's exactly what it is. And I don't know what they're on about, rob your own mind. I haven't used my imagination to masturbate since I discovered pornography on the internet. But I do defile my bed a lot. It's very crusty.
You ignore the fight of the players who both end up dead.
Yep.
And you pretend for us, and you pretend for them. This fairy tale will make them jealous of you. But it's not the kind you talk about. And it's just the kind that risks the closing of your mind.
I mean, yeah, like that's pretty good, isn't it? She's feeding you and you lie with her, and for the first time your right arm becomes useful. What? What? So yeah, it sounds like an anti-wanking song by someone who doesn't know what wanking is. This sounds like a song that I wrote when I was 13. When I was 13. You know, like when I was first learning music and I was making songs like, yeah, getting addicted to drugs is bad and that's really bad. And then I tried drugs and I was like, getting addicted to drugs is cool. I really like that. It's like that, but these people are not 13, are they? They're like 30. And that's embarrassing.
Feeding you, and you lie with her, and for the first time your right arm becomes useful.
And you can really tell that like the focus was on like writing the lyrics and not the lyrics having any kind of rhythm that, you know, it's supposed to be like with the song or anything like that. Like this person's written the lyrics, whoever writes the lyrics has written the lyrics, and then they've put the tune around the lyrics. And I hate music like that so much. I hate it. You should start with the tune and the beat and then make the lyrics. That just makes so much more sense. Just so ridiculous. Yeah, what else would you do with your right arm? Yeah, I know, right? Oh, I hate this so. I can't listen to any more of that. It's so embarrassing. I'm getting like secondhand embarrassment. You know what I mean? Not good. Let's listen to more Rage Racer soundtrack. Ugh. No, it's okay, Andy. No, that was kind of funny. Yeah, that was kind of funny for a bit. Hey, Funky Spider, write a letter to the record company asking them to stop encouraging this crap. Yes, let's all do that. DJ hates singer-songwriters confirmed. When did I say that? When did I say that? What are you on about? Yeah, back to some fucking drum and bass, you know? That's right. Does this song technically, tacitly endorse wanking with your left hand? I hope so. Whoever wrote this song has never been fisted. SMH. That's pretty good. The thing about writing lyrics first, but it was meant to be a joke, sorry. Unfortunately, Tanuki, because I'm a fucking muso, right? I'm literally the only like super interest that I have ever had in my entire life is like music and how it works and everything, all the different aspects of it, etc, 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 right? A singer-songwriter is not that, right? A singer-songwriter is a singer that also writes songs, but there are many singer-songwriters who write their lyrics after the beat, after they've written the beat. So that's why that wasn't funny to me particularly. But it could be funny to other people, so that's fine, isn't it? Not every joke has to be funny for everybody. It can be funny for a couple of people, as long as it's not harmful. As long as it's not causing any harm for anyone. That's what matters, isn't it? Jesus wants us to do the stranger. Let your arm go dead in the bath. Stranger in the tub. Anyway. Chat, listen, this is a bit of a weird stream. It might not work, it might work, I don't know. I just had a bit of an idea about it because I've got ADHD. Loads of people in the chat, in the community, right? I've got ADHD. Is a muso the same as an audio file? No, not technically, because muso means like music specifically. Like music broadly. Audio file would be like the technical aspects of listening to audio, you know, and sort of like music tech and that. That's what that says to me anyway. I don't know. Loads of people in the community have got a neurodivergent or they've got ADHD, and I think that this would be a good stream for that. I think it would be good to have a little look and, you know, see what's going down. Oh, no worries, Sorka. That's totally fine. Honestly, I get that. And let's have a look, because these are all resources that I've been given, by the way, by the NHS, because the NHS knows how much, right? As a music lover, you're culturally obliged to give your opinion on Kid A. I love Kid A. I think it's one of the best albums in the entire world. However, it's extremely upsetting that Radiohead refused to apologize for playing on stolen Palestinian land. Yeah. But other than that, Kid A, spot on. Great album. I don't have ADHD, I say as I bounce and ricochet off the walls and ceiling in my bedroom. Yes. Either you've got ADHD or you've taken too much ecstasy. You didn't know that law. Oh, yeah, and if you bring it up to Tom York, he gets, like, real mad about it. So, like, he is not consenting to being held accountable for that. Yeah, it's really bad. Because Radiohead are, like, so good. Like, so fucking good. But, you know. Yeah, big shame. Anyway, we're going to check this out. Right. It's ADHD learning time. The only content warning that I think of possibly for this stream is that perhaps we're going to run into some areas of ableism. Well, maybe we're going to read about ADHD and how people get discriminated against because of their ADHD, because it is a learning disability and stuff like that. So maybe we're going to hear about examples of ableism. So maybe if you don't want to hear that, might not be the stream for you. But in general, yeah, I got loads of resources here. I got loads of stuff. It might be a big reading stream, I don't know, but we can all read it together. I know that reading is very fucking hard, but we'll get there together, chat, right? And I'm going to zoom in so that hopefully everybody can have a good little bit of stuff, right? A good little bit of learning. The ADHD, this first resource that I've got is called the ADHD magazine. That's what it's called. So we've got ADHD. What is ADHD? The ADHD brain, ADHD symptoms, ADHD in children, ADHD in adults, ADHD in women specifically, and find ADHD specialists. So there's all that there. ADHD symptom checker. I think this might be a good first one. ADHD may overlap with anxiety, mood disorders, autism, and other conditions. Use this tool to compare symptoms in you or your child to those of 17 common psychological and learning conditions. Which is extra funny that it says this, because I remember very, very recently, right, that someone said in my comments on YouTube that it is in fact impossible to have ADHD and OCD at the same time, because apparently, according to this brain expert, the chemicals in your brain do not allow for that to happen. So it's time to prove that person wrong, isn't it? Even though we already know that they're wrong, embarrassingly wrong. Let's get started. What's going on here? Right, advertisement, don't care about that. I remember seeing that comment. It's so silly because they're commonly comorbid. Commonly comorbid! All, like, literally so much. It's Yeah, just absurd. Okay, medically reviewed by Roberto Olivada, PhD. The attitude symptom checker will guide you through a series of questions based on your primary concerns and then compare your responses to symptoms of more than a dozen common psychological and learning conditions. At the end, you'll receive a list of the psychiatric or learning conditions, if any apply, with symptoms similar to those you cited, and resources for further exploration. So let's have a look. Chat. Excuse me. Oh, I've got to agree to the terms and conditions. It doesn't collect any personally identifiable information. Okay, fine. Are you answering for an adult or a child? It's me, so I'm an adult. What's the adult's age? 32. I keep thinking I'm 33, but I'm 32. Hey, Pamphleteer. How are you doing? What's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, if you want to do this at the same time, chat, yeah, here's the fucking link in the chat. Get it done. Get it done. The male identifies as... The adult identifies as male. What is your relationship to the adult? It's me. Does the adult have a relative with a mental health condition, including but not limited to ADHD, anxiety, bipolar disorder, depression, or obsessive compulsive disorder? Yes. My gran has anxiety disorder. My dad, I'm pretty sure, has got ADHD, and he's got OCD as well. So there you go. If it was for an OCD test, you would have read the entire terms and conditions. Don't like that. Don't like that comment at all. Like, why are you making a joke about that? Think on. Not going to ban you or anything, because I don't think you're being a dickhead about it. But, come on, man. Right? Like, do you really think that it's funny, yeah? That, yeah, I don't give a shit if you've got eight. Right, get fucked. Get out of here. Fuck off. Right, you weren't getting banned, but now you are getting banned. I don't give a fuck if you've got ADHD, if you've got OCD, ADHD, whatever. I don't fucking care. Right? I don't give a fucking shit. You don't come in here and be like, oh, yeah, you would have read the whole thing. Fuck off, man. Do you think that it's funny that I literally can't leave the fucking house sometimes because of my fucking condition? Like, I don't want you making a joke about that. Fucking hell, man. No, I've got OCD, so it's fine. Like, I don't care. Literally don't care. Fuck off. Anyway... Has the adult experienced stress transition? Oh, yes. Abso-fucking-lutely. What brought you here? What symptoms or behavior are a concern? I have trouble paying attention and maintaining focus. Very often impulsive. Excessive amount of physical or mental energy. True. Often loses items. Yes. Yeah, gatekeeping is bad. Let's not do that. Well, it's not really gatekeeping, is it? Right? That person was literally being like, you know, trying to, like, look. I don't want to tell people that they can't joke about their own conditions and shit like that. I don't want to tell people that, right? But if you're in my stream and I've got that condition and I'm telling you now, right? Don't joke about that in that way. Yeah? Like, I don't know you, and you've never talked about having OCD in the chat before. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even really know you that well. I don't even really fucking know you that well, right? Like, this person, all I know about this person is that they came into my chat, like, last week, and was in one of my streams, and now has come back this time, and that's the first thing that they say. Look, if I don't know you've got OCD... And then you make a joke like that is like what normal people say about OCD, like, you have to like wash your hands loads and do this and like read all the terms and conditions obsessively and blah, 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 blah. And then like I say, please don't do that. And then you come back like trying to get around it saying, I've got OCD. Fuck off. Don't care. Literally don't care. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. Adult is often very sad, moody, or feels hopeless. That was certainly me, right? It's like going up to another random trans person and dropping a slur. Well, I wouldn't say it's like dropping a slur, but I would say it would be like if... So it would be like if a bisexual person came up to me and said like a generic biphobic thing, right? Like, oh, well, we've got straight privilege, haven't we? Do you know what I mean? Like, I would be like, fuck off. So, you know, obviously I can't speak to the trans experience, you know. I wouldn't say that what's happened just then was anything like being called a slur, but, you know, for me personally, I just think it was exceptionally rude. And then trying to go on the defensive after that is like, fuck off. When you're talking about something like a complicated mental health condition that manifests in all sorts of ways, it's just not a great idea to generalize. Yep, absolutely. Easy mistake. That's what I mean. Like, I gave that person the option of saying sorry. I gave that person the option of being like, yo, sorry, you're right. I shouldn't do that. My bad. But they were like, I've got OCD. Like, I literally don't care, man. I literally don't fucking care. You know. Also, hi, Kasona Fun. Long time no see. Howdy, chat. Been a minute. Been busy with work and burnt out a bit. Glad you're doing the stream because I need to get a doctor to get tested for ADHD. No, this is not for... This is not just for people who've been diagnosed. This is for anyone. You can do this with anyone. Kasona. So, yeah, you can follow that link in the chat if you like. Hey, Rat Acid. How's it going? Welcome in. Pamphleteer says we're the same age. Don't let me forget, Tier. I need to ask you a question about Berserk. I need to ask because I know that you like Berserk quite a lot, and I need if you could DM me in Discord, that would be ideal. Right? Because then I'll definitely remember. But I need to speak to you about Berserk. It's about a video that I'm making about Berserk. So yeah. Now, this was me before I knew about ADHD and how much it fucks with you. So I'm going to tick yes for that. Often irritable or angry. Well, we've just seen that, haven't we? We've literally just seen that in the stream. That's happened. Yes. Feels socially awkward or uncomfortable. Tries to avoid social interactions. Not really. Rigid, repetitive, or odd behaviors or thought patterns. Nah, that's not me. Adult occasionally has extreme, uncharacteristic moods, thoughts, or behaviors that last for days or weeks at a time. No. The symptom checker indicates I should check for ADHD, which in my case would be inattentive type. Good thing I still got my screening this Monday. Waiting on the assessment from the specialist. Hell yeah, Magos. Hell yeah. Okay. The adult feels very anxious or worried. Yes. The adult has trouble managing time and planning. I literally just spoke about that because of how late I was in the stream, right? The adult has sleeping problems. Yes. The adult has worrisome physical symptoms or behaviors. Not really. Adult is extremely sensitive to some sight, sounds, or other sensory inputs. No. The adult has difficulty with physical balance and orientation. Not really. Not all the time. I don't think. Hey, Blumhouse. How's it going? Welcome in. The adult has great difficulty with reading or writing. Yes. Great difficulty with math. Yes. Great difficulty with spoken language. No. Okay. I always said no to rigid thoughts, but our moral methodologies are quite rigid, and that type of methodology creeps into a lot of our lives. Over the last few months, I gradually discovered quite a few areas where I have what I call dire OCD. Okay. Rigid, repetitive. I guess you could argue that for my OCD, sure. I guess you could argue that, yeah. All right, well, let's go next. You selected the adult has trouble paying attention and maintaining focus. Please select all statements that describe your concerns. The adult has a great difficulty paying attention to details. Yes. Finds it difficult to do things that aren't important or highly stimulating. I hate this. It's literally seeing me, chat. It's literally seeing me. Has a hard time concentrating and or even making small decisions. Yes. Austin has a hard time concentrating or feels as if mind has gone blank. Yes. You selected. The adult is often very impulsive. Please select all statements that describe your concerns. Can act in ways that are extremely impulsive. Starts many projects but completes any. Yes. Has a reputation for interrupting others or blurting out. Yes. Act in ways that are extremely impulsive. Not really. Not often. Not often, you know. So many things on this list that I had no idea were ADHD things, but are making a lot of sense. Like coordination problems and random physical symptoms. Yep. Like that's the thing. Like that's how little, unfortunately, people know about ADHD. You know? Based on what I said, it says depression, ADHD, OCD, and that tracks. There you go. There you go. Balance and orientation affected by ADHD. Didn't know that one, or is it to exclude other stuff? I don't know, Willada. I think dyspraxia is associated with ADHD. Like I am actually always. I didn't click it just in case, but I am actually always like hitting my hand on stuff ridiculous. Like I'm not very aware of my surroundings sometimes. Like I'm quite clumsy. Hey Layla, how's it going? Welcome in. Right, so let's go there. You selected the adult has an excessive amount of physical and or mental energy. Often jittery or restless. No. Often fidgets. Yes. Often seems to be on the go or has difficulty sitting still for any amount of time. Not necessarily that for me. Talks excessively, interrupts others, speaks extremely rapidly. That is me. Seeks or may feel as if needs near daily exercise, physical activity. Yes. 1000%. 1000%. Adult often loses items or can't get a handle on clutter. I do have a problem with clutter. I lose things less nowadays, but I used to all the fucking time. All the fucking time, right? Who defines excess? I hate that. Hello, Emmy Speens. How's it going? Can I get a shout out for Emmy Speens, please? And I guess the person answering the quiz defines that now, right? That on the go is very me when I'm talking to someone, but not when I'm behind my computer, which is when I bounce my knee and stuff. Yeah, I agree, Vord, yeah. Yeah, keys in fridge moment, literally, yeah, literally. Has trouble organizing tasks and projects. Yeah, getting called out yet again. Often very sad, moody, or feels hopeless. Find self thinking frequently about how they... No, do not have suicidal thoughts. Well, I don't really have them at all. Very, very, very rare. Often feels worthless. Not often. Often feels very sad. Not really. Often, sometimes felt suicidal or hopeless about the future. No. Well, definitely felt hopeless about the future. But, like, I don't want to tick that because I really don't feel suicidal that often, you know? I would put other there. The adult is often irritable or angry. Please select all statements below that describe your concerns. Hostile or angry mood can persist for days or weeks at a time with no external trigger. No. Persistently prickly or irritable. I wouldn't say persistently. Can be spiteful and vindictive when they feel they've been wronged. Yeah, I can do that. Blames others for mistakes, is very often very defensive. I can hold my hands up and say that this definitely is the case sometimes. Argumentative, important to them to win every argument, not really. Often deliberately tries to annoy or upset other people. Not often. Sometimes, every now and then, depends. Often defies or refuses to comply with rules set by others. Yes, that one. Absolutely. 1000%. Loses temper and or explodes in anger frequently. No, I wouldn't say that. Can't stand authority figures and rebels against them. Yes, 1000%. The questions of degree are always a bit difficult one to assess. That's why I had to go through multiple rounds of talking to different people. Yeah, for sure. For sure. A week ago, I had trouble finding shirts for like 3 days until I realized I put 5 in the freezer without noticing. Holy shit, Tanuki. That sucks. I don't think there's anything vindictive about fucking their dads. That's a good point, Middle-earth Marxist. You're right. That's just normal, isn't it? I mean, it's just a normal thing. What does has a memory like a steel trap mean? Has a good memory? I don't know. According to this test, I might have 8 conditions, including ADHD, OCD, depression, and autism. Well, there you go. you might have those things. Or like it says, it'll say you should get those checked, you know? Hey, Zarf Quag Swag. I've just completed this bipolar or OCD, ADHD, and autistic. Well, there you go. Yeah. Has a weirdly good memory. Like, oh, you were telling me about your cat, dude. That was 6 months ago. Yeah. I think that's what that means. Yeah. Can't let go of minute details. Yeah. How are these people meant to learn if you don't fuck their dads? Yes, that's a good point, Muel. Yes, I agree. You selected the adult has rigid, repetitive, or odd behaviors or thought patterns. Engages in repetitive behaviors like rocking or wiggling. Not necessarily. Compelled to do things over and over, like checking to make sure the door is locked. Yes. Makes involuntary noises like humming or clearing the throat over and over. Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I do actually do that. I don't really do that on stream often, but if I'm like fucking around at home and shit, I'll often just be like, ah, and random noises and shit. Yeah, you do that every day. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like I want to get it out. I'm just like, ah, la, la. You know, it's whatever. I don't know. Oh, you're on about the door. Oh, you're on about the door thing. Right. Sorry, I jumped the gun there. I guess that's just me then. Taking a bit of autolalia. Yeah. Perhaps. Yeah. Maybe it's like a type of stimming. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, even though you know that you're locked, it's so bad. Literally bike away and then return after 10 seconds to check the door again. It's so bad. You do the same thing with the random noises. What I have heard is that Tourette's is like closely linked to ADHD. Like there is a comorbidity with that. I certainly don't have Tourette's. Like I know that for a fact. I've seen people with Tourette's. Or I guess like it could be a spectrum. I don't know. Maybe I've got like a little tiny bit. I don't know. But yeah. Follows the same schedule every day. Dislikes changes to routine. The only reason I do that is because if I do... No, it doesn't ever work out like that. I kind of want that, but it doesn't ever work out like that, you know? Gets caught up arranging items in a special order. No, not bothered about that. Has washing, cleaning, or grooming rituals like washing hands 5 times in a row. I wouldn't say in a row, but I do wash my hands a lot, so yeah. Sometimes finds comfort or relief by saying or doing something repeatedly. It really doesn't give me comfort or relief. It stresses me the fuck out. Same sound over and over? No. Unexpected movements, blinking or shrugging shoulders many times a day? No. A deep knowledge or interest in one specific topic that borders on obsession? I mean, it changes from time to time. At the minute, I'm like, you know, it's berserk. It's just berserk. But I'm on the same question and it's like you're reading them to me. Oh, yeah, we are. That's what we're doing. It's like, we're all friends. Parasocial friends. I do random shout every once in a while when I have energy. I can't, when I have energy, I can't wiggle out. Oh. Tourette's has a lot of variation in presentation. Yes, it does. Absolutely. Someone says a snappy line in a YouTube video, I'll repeat that shit over and over and come back to it every few months to repeat it over and over again. Yeah. Fiends, that's right. Yeah, parasocial fiends. I just finished mine and got ADHD, expected an OCD, which I have never thought fit me. Well, there you go. I gotta scream, it's how I know I'm normal. Yeah, very big mood. Love washing me hands, simple as. Yeah, you know it, Tier. Repeat the same sound over and over, not really. Unexpected movements, no. As deep, has a memory like steel trap. Oh, absolutely not. Even for facts they don't fully understand. That's wild. Sometimes sees or hear things that aren't there. Yeah, I do. I have that all the time, but that's just ghosts, isn't it? That's just ghosts. So I'm not gonna take that. Because that's just ghosts, isn't it? You know. Doesn't matter. They are actually there. That's the problem. My thing to that end is repeating the word clean to myself. It's only ghosts if you don't want to engage with psychology. No, it is ghosts. No, it is. It's ghosts. No, I don't see or hear things that aren't there, no. Absolutely not. The big joke here, Pamphleteer, is that I believe in ghosts. That's the joke, that I'm doing a bit. Anyway. You shouldn't not take that because it's ghost. If you do actually see or hear things that aren't there, you absolutely should tick that 1,000%. Anyway. You selected the adult feels very anxious or worried. Need constant reassurance that loved ones are safe. Oh, yeah. Sometimes has upsetting mental images of death or disaster. Oh, yeah. Constantly worries about what other people think of them. Oh, yeah. Worries about being contaminated by germs, chemicals, or diseases. Yep. Obsessively worried about running out of an item or needing an item in the future. I hate this. Is a perfectionist and becomes irritable when things aren't perfect. Yes, which annoys me because things are often not perfect because I get distracted and don't finish them. Has intrusive and unacceptable thoughts that is embarrassed or afraid to talk about. It's me. Oh, I hated that one. Hated that one. Yeah, that was big me. That was big me. Oh my god, hated that so much. Oh fuck. Not normal, am I? Oh, fuck it. Who wants to be normal? It sounds shit. Hey, Hell to Pay, how's it going? Welcome in. Tourette's, SPD, autism, ADHD, ODD, and dyscalculia. I knew I had ADHD and dyscalculia. It's suspected autism. Wow, yeah, for sure. Wait, what's ODD? Or is that OCD? What's SPD? That feeling when you finish the game with max potions in case you need them later. Oh, it's me in every game. It's me in every game. That's true. I love my intrusive thoughts. My fear, anger, brain organ gets a reality of its own where everyone, including me, is evil. Oh, oppositional deference disorder. So hang on, that's separate. So that's separate to ADHD? Wow! Fucking hell! Oh, Rat Acid, you've got to shut up immediately. You cannot call me out like that. Like, next time, just punch me in the face. If you're gonna physically attack me in public like that. Right? Hate the suicidal intrusive thought paired with excessive fear of dying. Hate that one. That's my least favorite one. Please don't call me out like that in public. What the fuck? Oh, God. Spent Saturday night... Oh, sensory processing disorder. That's what SPD is. Oh, I'm learning so much, chat. Chat, I'm learning so much. I spent Saturday night giving a lift to 5 absolute brubs, and afterwards I was like, I'm glad I'm so weird. And yeah, I get that. I get that. I took a train several times a week with that, full times. Yeah, me too. Yeah, there was a time in my life where that was like me, like for weeks on end, and it was not good. Have the occasional cocktail thinking throw yourself in front of the train while also obsessing over my own mortality. Yeah. I've had that one. Yeah, I think that's why I'm so scared of heights, right? Because it's literally like I'll get up to like a high place and my brain is like throw yourself off, throw yourself off, throw yourself off, throw yourself off, and I'm like absolutely fucking not, bro. And I know I'm not gonna do it. Isn't it so weird? Like, we literally, like, have an argument in your own brain, like, absolutely fucking not. What are you on about? You know? It's fucked, isn't it? Call of the Void. Yeah, hate that shit. Hate that shit so much. Jacob Farmas for U.S. Senate. Who's Jacob Farmas? Also, welcome in. How you doing? Yeah, it's weird, right? When someone... When we get these things, like, said to us, and then it's like, oh, that's me! Right? It's fucked. Google me. Jacob Farmas. Okay, I will. Livermore Incorporated Chief Executive Officer. Or actually, associate at In-N-Out Burger. So there you go. Anyway, right, let's crack on. Let's crack on. Humble beginnings, yes. Me on a roof. Go, I'm going to fall. That's a trip. Yeah. It's so bad. It's so bad. Right, okay, let me crack on. The adult has trouble managing time and planning. Please select all statements that describe your concerns. Often procrastinates instead of starting a task right away. Called out. Estimates incorrectly how long it will take to get somewhere, even if they made the trip before. I hate it. I hate this one. Often late to events or appointments. Has difficulty figuring out what is most important or where to start on a task. Can become so involved in a task that they hardly stop to take a break or have a hard time switching to doing something else. Yes, that's me. I'm in this video and I don't like it. That's right. The adult has sleeping problems. At times can go for days sleeping very little. No, not me. Often has difficulty sleeping, trouble falling or staying asleep. Unsatisfying sleep, yes. Has a hard time falling or staying asleep every night, yes. Often late and always too early are the same symptom. They definitely are. Yeah, just got torn to fucking shreds. Absolute shreds. The adult has a great difficulty with reading or writing. Reads more slowly than most people, yes. Very slow at handwriting and or copying text in writing. I have always been like that. I didn't actually think that I had that much of a problem writing, but I actually do. Like physical handwriting, I am actually very slow at that. I always finish like last in class with that. Fucking hell. Holy shit. Can't read or write as well as they should. I can read when I want to, and I can write when I want to. Can explain self clearly when speaking, but not in writing. No, I can do that. Finds creative writing very challenging. No. Has difficulty sounding out the pronunciation of it. No. Holds a pen extremely awkwardly. No. Makes spelling errors, even in common words I use often. Yes, I do that. Frequent erasures when writing. Yeah. Reading out loud very difficult. No. No, I have consistent handwriting. Has to reread the same paragraph 3 or 4 times before getting it? Yep. Trouble filling in forms by hand at work or the doctor's office? Yep. When I see... You know what one of the worst things is? ATTK, what's going on? Welcome in. We're all learning how neurodivergent we are. Welcome in. It's the how to get called out by an online form stream. Has difficulty conveying information in writing. Do you edit stuff a lot before sending it? No, I send it and then I say, sorry, ignore that. And then, like, a lot of asterisks. Does that count? I don't know. This section is hard because I'm a writer, so I don't struggle with producing, but I'm too much of a perfectionist, so I never produce. Yeah, you do that too, Tyr. Even with dedicated practice, I never had time to write well in school tests. I hated it so much. I hated it so much, honestly. Honestly, so bad. Right, okay, let's try it. Transposes numbers or letters when copying an address, amount, or phone number down. What does that mean? What does that actually mean? Transposes numbers or letters? What does that mean? Address, amount, or what? Thank you for the follow. Perfectionism is a common sign of anxiety with regards to the target of perfection. Oh, hell yeah, I know that, yeah. Yeah. Holy shit, everyone learning just how divergent their brains are today. Writing 54 when you mean 45. Oh, no, I don't do that. No, I don't do that, no. Tends to spell phonetically? No. Spells very poorly? No, okay. Adult has a great deal of difficulty with maths. Fractions have always been hard for them, yes. Finds everyday tasks involving arithmetic is anxiety-producing, yes. Forgets math facts that everyone else seems to know, like times tables, yes. Has trouble counting backwards, yes. Takes them much longer than others to do any task that involves even basic arithmetic and often makes a lot of mistakes. Yes, struggles with mental math and often gives incorrect change or calculates a wildly inaccurate tip. I fucking hate this quiz, man. Hate this so much. Your results have been calculated. They'll appear on the next screen. Okay. Based on your responses, we recommend you learn more about the conditions listed below with recommended resources and steps. Let's have a look. OCD. Yes, I know I've got that. Obsessive compulsive disorder is an anxiety disorder characterized by the presence of obsessions and or compulsions, repetitive behaviors such as counting or hand washing. Individual feels driven to perform. These obsessions or compulsions are time consuming and cause significant distress or impairment. I've already had CBT for my OCD and I'm doing quite well with it at the minute, so that's not a huge concern. Tourette's. Interesting. Tourette syndrome is a tic disorder characterized by sudden repeated switches, movements, or sounds such as blinking, shrugging shoulders, grunting, or clearing throat. Less common vocal tics involve uttering words, including obscenities. Tics begin in childhood and decline through adolescence, but they may persist into adulthood. I don't really think that this is a huge issue for me, to be honest. I really don't. Like, I think that, like... It really doesn't impact my life that much. Do you know what I mean? So, for me personally, not bothered about this. Condition 3, ADHD, of course. Attention deficit hyperactive is a neurodevelopment condition with hyperactive, impulsive, or inattentive symptoms that persist into adulthood for nearly 5% of US adults. The symptoms of ADHD in adults include hypersensitive emotionality, oh boy, weak working memory, impulsivity, lack of focus, poor organization, among others. Dyscalculia. I kind of knew I had that. Already. Is a learning disability characterized by difficulty mastering of number facts, sense, and arithmetic skills that is not explained by age, intelligence, or schooling. Adults with dyscalculia find it hard to keep track of numbers, perform simple calculations, memorize basic math facts. May easily forget names, habitually arrive late. That's what that is? It's to do with dyscalculia, arriving late? That's what that is? Wow, okay, holy shit. ODD, oppositional defiant disorder. This is something that I'm learning. It's a behavioral disorder with a persistent pattern of outbursts and aggression, a tendency to argue with authority figures, blame others, and feel angry and misunderstood by the world. Adults with ODD feel mad at the world, and exhibit these symptoms on a daily basis. Lose temper, argue with family and co-workers, actively defy or refuse to comply with rules and laws, deliberately annoy people, blame others for their mistakes and behavior, easily annoyed by others, feel angry and resentful, and act spiteful or vindictive. It's me, to be honest. Not all of it. This isn't a huge one for me. But it's certainly... Like, it doesn't really affect my life that much. Do you know what I mean? You know? Dysgraphia, a motor skills-based learning disability characterized by difficulty or discomfort with handwriting. Holy shit. Symptoms may include messy or illegible and laboriously slow handwriting, inconsistent letter shapes and spacing, misspelling. Yeah. I mean, like... I'm gonna show you my handwriting now. Right? Typical boy writing. I can't believe you just hate crimed me in my chat. That's not bad. Okay, yeah. I don't think this is a huge thing. Could any of you read that? Because I often get told that people absolutely cannot read my writing. Almost identical handwriting to my best friend. No way. Nicer looking than yours. This may be why I had to completely relearn how to write in high school, since nobody could understand my handwriting. Yeah, could be, for sure. It's readable. Okay, cool. So I don't think this is... Yeah. I write in all caps to avoid the boy handwriting and tip into dad handwriting instead. Yeah, my dad does write like that. You could read some of it? Okay, cool. Mentioned Super Eye Patch Wolf is what I got. Yes, that's right, because as most of you will know, if you're a fan of Super Eye Patch Wolf, he's made a couple videos on Berserk. I'm going to be referencing those in my video. You should have been a patron, really, to get access to that information. But look, we're out having a lovely time talking to each other and learning things about neurodivergency. So, you know, feel privileged. You all need to give me money now. Like, look, look, right here. Look at that. That's no joke, chat. That's no joke. Right? In all seriousness, the whatchamacallit, can't even fucking think. If you're financially able to do so, I would please ask you to consider donating to the stream. This is my job. This is where I get my main income from. Basically, all I would ask you to donate is exactly the same amount that you would if you'd normally subscribe on Twitch. I ask you to consider not subscribing on Twitch because Twitch is a very bad platform for marginalized people. They don't listen to us. They don't listen to our concerns. And this place makes the world a less safe place for marginalized folks overall, in my opinion. And in many people's opinions. So please consider donating. Please consider subscribing on Twitch. Do that with the ! sub off Twitch command in chat. You can do that just by clicking the Streamlabs link. Or if you want, conversely, become a patron. And you can do that by clicking my socials command, my ! socials command, and get the get the Hujima House It. Get the Patreon link from there. And you can become a patron. There's loads of different benefits to being a patron on all the different tiers. It's all very good. It's all very cool. And I think you can actually just give me however much money you want on Patreon nowadays. Because I know that Vordrella actually did that. Didn't you? Like you were like I asked for like a maximum of like £30. djmuel! Thank you so much for the £10. Thank you so much for subbing off Twitch. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. Feeding me, paying my bills. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Let's get back to this. Oh no, chat. Oh no. Oh, I've got shake all on my hands. Oh, it's all over the floor. Oh!
Thanks for ruining my life with an online test.
Prince, thank you so much for the 1312. Thank you so much for the ACAB amount. Appreciate that. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Right, that's that. That's that sorted. I just got shaked. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, okay, I can drink some of that now. Let's crack on with this. All right, okay. Oh!
Neurospicy gang.
Neuroplicy. Wait, what does that say? Neurospicy gang. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for the £5, Smutty Baba Yaga. Appreciate you. Thank you. Oh shit, and someone else just became a patron. Rebel, thank you so much for the 6 Thank you so much for pledging $6 to my Patreon. Appreciate that so much. You've now got access to the Patreon area of the Discord and Patreon-only streams, and also behind-the-scenes updates on my upcoming videos. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Hey, Vexy Thoughts. How's it going? Welcome in. All right, Tyr. No worries. Right, okay. Well, we've done that now, haven't we, chat? We've done that one bit of that website. So what's next? Let's have a look at what else we could do on the ADHD website. Everybody's feeling horrible now. Everybody's going like, oh my God, I've got all these different neurodivergencies that I didn't know that I had. This is so bad. It's so much more of a thing to worry about. What I would say, right, is don't focus so much on the diagnosis itself, because like that thing said I had Tourette's syndrome, right? And maybe I do. Maybe I've got like a bit of it. Like a little tiny bit of it, but it's not really like, it doesn't affect my life. I don't have enough of it to affect my life, right? So I don't need to worry about that. And also the dysgraphia, like how often am I doing handwriting? How often am I doing handwriting? Like if you're a tier 3 patron, I'll send you like, you know, one of my pin badges with like a little handwritten note, but that's it. I enjoy doing that and that's fine, right? The dyscalculia sucks. Important, you know what I mean? Important to bring that up. Dyscalculia does make life very difficult for a lot of people. Me personally, definitely hate that. So it's something I'm gonna look into to see if I can make a little bit better. You know? But other than that, I would just say, like, whichever ones that you think you've got and you've kind of, like, you know, had that confirmed by the website. Yeah, it's not a diagnosis. It's a suggestion for things to look into or consider. Yes, absolutely. Honestly, just feels like what small amount of OCD I have is offsetting the chaos of my ADD. Yeah, for sure. Like, well, this is what I mean. Like, I genuinely feel like my OCD stems from the anxiety of not knowing if I've done something because I know I've got bad memory, and that's because of my ADHD, right? You know? Yeah, websites are not qualified therapists. They're not. But, you know, that's that, isn't it? This PDF with the results I'm actually going to send to doctors I'm reaching out to get help. Yeah, that's a good idea, Kasona Fun. Yeah, why not? The anxiety of what if I forget is something else. It really, really takes hold of you. Yep, I know that one. So, what else do we got here? Rejection sensitivity. Let's read a little bit about that. ADHD symptoms and tests. So this is another one. All right. Rejection sensitive dysphoria, RSD, is the extreme emotional sensitivity and emotional pain triggered by the perception, not necessarily the reality, that a person has been rejected, teased, or criticized by important people in their life. So this is something that I feel like for most of the day, most of my time. You've mentioned that before and I never knew what it was. Well, let's learn. Shame related, yeah. RSD gang. So what, this is, so I can click this. Symptom test for ADHD brain. Okay, symptoms checklist. Right, let's have a little look. Do you experience sudden intense bouts of rage when your feelings are hurt? Yeah, sometimes. Do you experience sudden intense bouts of extreme sadness when you think you've been rejected or criticized? Very often. Very often. Are you your own harshest critic? Very often, yes. Do you feel anxious in social situations because you assume that no one likes you all the fucking time? Do you consider yourself a people pleaser, going above and beyond to get on someone's good side? Never. Do you pass up opportunities or avoid starting projects because you're afraid you'll fail? Yep. Have you been called overly sensitive or a head case because of your strong emotional reactions? Oh yeah. I've been called a psycho multiple times because of this. Do you dedicate more time than is necessary to a project or become perfectionistic to make sure your work has no mistakes and is above reproach? I do that sometimes. I would say more often than not. Do Do you experience your emotions as a physical sensation, as though you've been punched in the chest or physically wounded? Oh, yeah, I feel that. Do you feel shame about the lack of control you have over your emotions? I used to a lot. Now I'm not. Now I'm not that. No, now I'm not as much. All right, Smutty Baba Yaga, no worries. 99% sure I have rejection sensitivity. If something hurts me even a little bit, I just cry and cry for hours. Yeah, that sounds like it might be something. Before you were diagnosed with ADHD, we were told you might have a mood disorder, a borderline character disorder. Well, I've not been diagnosed with ADHD, but someone has said that I might have borderline personality disorder. Which I think is a mood disorder, isn't it? Or is it? I don't know. Do you shy away from close friendships or romantic relationships because you worry that if people know the real you, they won't like you? I did that. I used to do that a lot. You know, I used to do that a lot. So I will say often. Not anymore. I've got a lot better at that through therapy and shit. But the therapy was not given to me as part of like rejection sensitivity dysphoria. Therapy was just given to me as general therapy. RSD and ADHD is often misdiagnosed as BPD, by the way. Yeah, I got told that I might have borderline personality disorder by one therapist, yeah. Doesn't everyone feel their emotions as a physical reaction? Apparently not. Apparently not. I most certainly do. Do you assume the worst in commonplace interactions? Worrying you'll be fired every time your boss calls? Yes. Oh my god. When I worked in an office, it was anxiety central. Oh my god. Do you think that you cannot go on feeling this way? I sometimes used to get that. I never used to get that bad, but I used to sometimes get that. Do you avoid meeting new people or trying new things because your fear of rejection and criticism is strong? Sometimes. Not that bad. BPD misdiagnosis commonly affects women or people perceived as women, but it does happen to other folks too. Right, gotcha. Submit. Wait, why is it... What? Why is it not telling me whether it thinks that I definitely have it or not? I don't know. Oh, your score 45 out of 60. Oh, it just says share these results with your medical provider. All right, well, I'll pin that tab, I guess. You know, okay. Duplicate tab and go back. Yeah, so there you go. Oh, not that much back. Because that's the original PDF that I had. All right, there we go. So what else we got? Autism spectrum. I guess I might as well check and see if I'm on the autism spectrum. Autism spectrum disorder is a complex neurobiological disorder that's characterized by difficulty communicating verbally and relating socially to others, alongside a need to engage in repetitive behaviors and language. I really don't think I'm gonna get too high on this one. I've read a bit about autism because I kind of thought when I get people in my chat saying like, oh, you might be autistic and stuff, like I have read about it. What is autism spectrum disorder? What are the signs of autism in adults? Symptoms, diagnosis, interventions for both. Is there not like a thing I can do? A checklist? Autism evaluation checklist. Let's have a look. Wait, it wants to send me this in the post? I'm not going to do that. Mental health tests like this feel like when you go to the store for one thing and come back with 10. Yeah, for real. All my close autistic friends were originally misdiagnosed with BPD, including me. Holy shit, I hate that.
That's the first time I've seen another...
I think a member of my team should speak to someone about this. Anytime I move her tasks around or ask her about her level of capacity, she thinks I'm angry at her and worries for her job. Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely something that workplaces need to, you know? This happens to me, but I found out I was getting laid off from Kotaku before I heard it from my bosses. So yeah, well, unfortunately, I think that's a scenario where your bias has been confirmed, isn't it? What is also? Well, what are the signs? I guess let's have what are the signs of autism in adults. Let's have a look. If you know one autistic person, you know one autistic person. Says Stephen Shaw, ED, President Emeritus of the Asperger's Association of New England. I don't like that they call it the Asperger's Association, because we all know why that is, don't we, chat? Not good, really, so don't really care what he says. But anyway, let's crack on. Signs of autism. Challenges taking turns in a conversation. No, not really. Asperger was the name of the Nazi doctor that basically like wanted to eugenics everyone with autism. They've been around a long time, I think. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Monopolizing conversation with one's own interests or thoughts. Not really. Don't really do that. I tend to like jump from like topic to topic. Yeah, Asperger was a literal Nazi. The syndrome was used to describe people with autism who were still useful for German society. Right, okay, yeah. Yeah. There you go. TTK's got it. Difficulty making interpersonal connections? No, I do that quite well. Hyper-focus on a specific topic or interest? Not really. Abnormalities in eye contact and body language? Not really. Not picking up on body language or facial cues of others? No, I'm extremely hypersensitive to that shit. Literal interpretation of language? No. Inability to see the perspective of others? Not really. Misperception of language or social situations? No. Challenges with adjusting behaviors to match different social contexts? No. Frustration and anxiety over unexpected changes in routines and schedules? I get a little bit of that. But not a load. Extreme rigidity? Not really. Socially awkward, not fitting in with any social circles. I kind of feel like that, but only because I hate cliques. It's not because I don't. I could, if I wanted to, I could pretend, right? Being hypersensitive to reading people is a masking symptom of adult autism. Hypersensitive to reading people. I don't know if you've understood me there. What I mean is that like I'm extremely good at reading people's facial cues and stuff like that, and reading people, and I've always been like that. Very vigilant of other people's expressions because of autism related trauma. Gotcha. No, I've never had an issue with that in my life, honestly. Like with the ADHD stuff, it's like this is stuff that I know. Like I've had it since I was a boy. Do you know what I mean? I've had it since I was a kid, literally. You know. So am I, because I had to learn it as a child to get my needs taken care of. Oh yeah, sure, okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. A wee bairn, yeah, a wee bairn. Yeah. Like I'm not like trying to invalidate what you're saying, Goblin Hugger, at all. I'm just trying to say that like I don't think this applies to me. Like you know what I mean? It just doesn't apply to me. I don't have any trauma related to not reading people right or whatever, you know what I mean? Relating to what a lot of folks here are saying, never been diagnosed for autism. Yeah, it could possibly be a thing. Something to consider. Oh, okay, no worries. Yeah, gotcha. Misperception, like extreme rigidity, socially awkward. Difficulties with completing everyday life activities independently. I mean, yeah. Yeah, for sure, I do have that. Challenges with accepting feedback or corrections. Definitely used to have that, so maybe I got like a little bit of that. Maybe. Like, and maybe I'm masking for that now as an adult, because I used to really find it hard to get feedback or corrections when I was a kid. I was like, what are you on about? Fuck off. Lack of motivation to engage with others. Not really. I kind of really enjoy hanging out with people. Always have. Difficulties with everyday life is a common symptom of many neurodivergencies, yeah. Getting an autism diagnosis on the NHS, as far as I know, is an extremely long wait. It's not as long as for a GIC, though. Yeah, of course. I personally find the stress and sensory stuff for the most significant parts of autism. Gotcha. Right. I don't know if that's a song from Trainspotting. Sorry, Emmy, no. But yeah, the ADHD is just every single one of these. Like, anyway, right, okay, so there we go. There's another thing. ADHD comorbidities. Let's take a look at this. Let's have a look at this. Roughly 80% of those with ADHD are diagnosed with at least one other psychiatric disorder or something during their life. The most common ADHD comorbidities are learning disabilities, anxiety, depression, sensory processing disorder, and oppositional defiant disorder. So yes, that makes sense. It is an ADHD thing to have ODD as well. And the learning disability is a huge one. I just feel like having ADHD in general, like, is a learning disability. Like, it is. You know what I mean? And maybe that's just because of the comorbidities with it, but like I genuinely think like having trouble concentrating, getting stuff wrong, you know, like constantly had on my test scores and report shit when I was a kid, like could be better if he applied himself. Upsetting that he doesn't work to the fullness of his capabilities. Or loads of that, and I've heard that that's like a big thing for ADHD. But there's a load more here. So we got anxiety, we got autism spectrum disorder, bipolar disorder, body-focused repetitive behaviors, depression, disruptive mood dysregulation disorder, eating disorders, language processing disorder, learning disabilities, obsessive compulsive disorder, oppositional defiant disorder, personality disorders, sensory processing disorder, sleep disorders, and Tourette's syndrome. Any advice on starting tasks for ADHD? The only advice I could give you, Starima, I don't know if that is how I'm saying your name, by the way. Starima? Welcome to the stream, by the way. What I used to find really, really hard, apart from actually just, like, starting the tasks themselves, right? Just generally, like, start to remove yourself from the I must do this, and I know I've got to do it mindset. Like, break away from that. Like, liberate yourself from... I guess what I'm trying to say is liberate yourself from desperately trying to be a neurotypical person. Because I did that for fucking 30 years of my life, right? And now I'm learning that I've got ADHD. And what I'm learning is that we have our own flow, right? We literally have our own flow, and we are not supposed to, like, when we have this, you do this, it's totally me. Yeah, this is it. Like, it's like, I must do this. Like, no, you gotta stop doing that. Your body will make you do things when you need them to do them, when it needs to do them, right? So if you're like sat there and you've got like task paralysis in the morning, yeah, like, which is when I normally have task paralysis, eventually your body will make you get up for like a piss or something or a shit, won't it? Make you go to the bathroom. And then that's when you go, well, I'm in the bathroom, so I might as well just brush my teeth because I'm here now, aren't I? And then it's like, right, okay, well, I can do that. And then before you know it, you'll get into a flow. And the routine will start to come to you. I don't know if this rings true for any other ADHD people, but I feel like the most of us are like not morning people, and we need to sort of like get out of the I guess that the push for us to be morning people in our lives, kind of thing. Yeah, inertia is a good conceptualization of ADHD. Yeah, that's how I feel it. Yeah, momentum. Yeah, you end up getting momentum, and then you do loads of stuff. Yeah, you get into a rhythm of it. Yeah, I'm slowly becoming a mid-morning person, and it's scaring me. Well, I'm waking up super early nowadays. Yeah, and that is odd. I'll even drink extra water at night, so I have to get out of bed. Yes, Yes, that's a huge thing. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say don't start tasks, just do shit. It kind of works for me. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just like kind of stop. You know? I usually prefer to do my tasks at night because there's not many external interruptions. I feel like that is what happens with ADHD folks. Yeah, for sure. I am going to hydrate. Thanks, Shafiq. That's a very good point. Yeah. Absolutely sends me the way society is only built for a single chronotype. Yeah, it's so fucked, isn't it? Dump all points into impulsivity. Game the system. Yeah, literally. I wake up at 10 a.m. rather than 2 p.m. now. It's kind of cool. I wake up at 8 a.m. now. And that's wild. That's so bizarre for me. I swing from hyper-focusing on one thing to another, back and forth. It's currently fitness, which is brills. Yes, I agree. That is good. That is brills. Hard to get going, but once going, it can be hard to stop. That is absolutely it. Yes, 1,000%. 1,000%. Kind of like, imagine like a spaceship traveling through zero gravity. I know, it's not a real time. It's so weird, Shafiq. Honestly, it's mental. Easy wins are a good thing. Little things you can check off quickly get you going. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Like, don't eat too much food at bedtime as well. That's a good one, because then you wake up hungry, and it makes you get out of bed and make your breakfast. That's a really good one. And if you can, eat your breakfast on your feet. So, like, you know, bowl of cereal, just stand there and da-da-da-da. Don't fucking sit down. Just don't fucking sit down. Like, whatever you do, don't sit down. Right? It's near impossible for me to complete tasks until I'm near the deadline. I just sit for hours at the task, paralyzed almost. Anyway. I think I know what you're trying to say there. But that's the thing. Like, when we're given deadlines, of course that's how we're going to react. Right? Yeah, honestly, try the standing breakfast, folks. Like, it's something that I've not been able to keep consistent, but when I've done it, it's like, oh my god, just stand up when you're having breakfast. It's fine. Like, you could just do that, you know? And then it's like easier to just walk around and shit. Do you know what I mean? You got to be out of the flat by 9 a.m. Yeah, well, if you're driven to do that as well, it's like, you know? Deadlines help you if you're the one who makes it. I think that's going to be the oppositional defiance disorder. I think that's why I'm like that with deadlines as well. It's like someone's given me a deadline for something. It's like, actually, no, fuck you. I won't be doing that. No, I'll do that in my own time. It's so funny when we learn this shit, right? When we learn this shit, like when we're older, and we're like, oh, that's why I was the way I was. That's why I was like that my whole life. You know? Hey, young black economist, how's it going? I eat breakfast walking around in the morning, listening to Zach. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Listening to Zach is a good thing to do in the morning. Most of yesterday in front of a computer writing one line of code every minute and then getting distracted again. I gotta get on that modafinil, gang. I gotta try that modafinil. I feel like it's gonna really work for me. Hey, Anarchist Laboratory Sean, that's how I am. Oh, you want this completed tomorrow? I'll get it back to you when I damn well please. Hell yeah. That's how you do it. I know it's not, but ODD sounds like capitalist propaganda. I am inclined to agree with you on a certain level. Like, I don't think it's bad, necessarily, that we have a... Thank you so much, Young Black Economist, for subscribing at Tier 1. I appreciate that. I don't think it's bad, necessarily, that we have a defiance to authority. I think that's good, actually. I think it proves that we have, like, an innate anarchism within us all, and it's natural, actually, to defy hierarchies. Personally, that's how I feel, and I'm actually going to be touching on that in one of my upcoming videos. Hey, poor teen. Deadlines are those things that apply to other people. Exactly. Yes. And yes, as Vord is pointing out, I really appreciate subs, but what I appreciate more than subs is people not giving money to Twitch, which is a horrific platform for marginalized people. And you can circumvent that and support me by subbing directly off Twitch using the Streamlabs link, which is in the chat there. It's right there. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Giving it a little tickle there. You know? Would we have a different diagnosis under a different system, do you think? Yes, the diagnosis would be normal. I will say that ODD is often overdiagnosed in children of color, but that's a problem with psychiatry in general. Right, okay, interesting. Interesting, yeah. Yeah. I can never tell if it's the depression or not, but I can never be bothered with most tasks. I relate to basically every other point of needing momentum and not conceptualizing things as a task. So, what I would say, Emmy, is that, like, I literally used to think that I was extremely depressed until I realized I had ADHD and task avoidance. And when I realized that was just how my brain worked, I was like, oh, I'm actually not depressed. That might not be the case for you. It might not be the case for everybody, but it's something to think about. If you can't tell whether it's the depression or not, but if you aren't bothered with most tasks and, you know, you get like upset with yourself for not being able to do them and you go, why am I like this? What's going on? The world wasn't made for me. Holy shit. That sounds to me like ADHD. I think I'm still depressed though. Yeah, you could be. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Everyone's a bit defiant, and this disorder is about when it interferes with function, but my brain also doesn't trust establishment doctors. Yeah, that's fine. Like, that's understandable, isn't it? Anyway, let's get back to some more stuff. Right? So, what have we got here? This is the website for Psychiatry UK. And there's some stuff. Common perceptions and misunderstandings about ADHD. Hey, Husker, what's going on? Raked and blue leaves for 3 hours and everything hurts. Oh my god, Husker. What the hell? Alright, so Psychiatry UK says common perceptions and misunderstandings about ADHD. That common perception of ADHD, of badly behaved little boys being disruptive in class, is a huge element of the stereotypical prejudice in how many parents and teachers react to a diagnosis, or even a suggestion that a diagnosis could be considered for their child. That is what happened to me when I was a kid. All of my teachers just said, oh, I just think he's a naughty boy. I just think he's acting out. The familiar perception is of the most visible sign of ADHD, which is at its most florid in young boys. Young girls and older ones can also have ADHD, but are less likely to be diagnosed, both because they show less hyperactivity and because the present statistics show that ADHD is more prevalent among boys by a factor of about 2 or 3 to 1, though this might be partly due to historic prejudices. I'm glad that it addresses that, because it sounds like that's probably more likely, right? Thank you for the follow. This common misunderstanding of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder often leads to treatment of the conditions with stimulants which are chemically similar to some recreational drugs, and which can have an adverse effect on those without the condition. It's important to note that they do not give the sort of rush that those who use stimulants recreationally desire. In fact, medication has positive effects for over 80% of those with ADHD who try them. They are not addictive, whereas those with untreated ADHD are highly vulnerable as they become adults to succumbing to addiction. Yes, I remember that. Often by using illegal drugs to self-medicate. Okay, getting called out again. You know? The research evidence is that medicating for ADHD actually reduces substance abuse. Oh, God. Oh, I've literally been failed by the system. I knew I had, but it's like, it stresses me out so much when I like see actual doctors like sort of talking about this stuff, and it's like, yeah, dude, you were failed by the system. That whole reason that you had like such a bad early adulthood and like, you know, everything didn't go right for you. The system, bro. It was like the system that did that to you. I fucking hate that. Honestly. Fucking hate that so much. Yeah, you get some rest, Emmy. Honestly. Big sleeps, big sleepies, big juice. Yeah, look after yourself, honestly. Hey, Risk Inverse, how you doing? Yeah, learning time. Yeah. Still got that inherent massive bias against women in almost all healthcare, particularly mental. It is. I'm transmasc, and I don't think it's a coincidence that suddenly after a lot of people in my life were telling me I may have ADHD after I got a lot further in my transition. Holy shit. Layla Baltan, thank you so much for the £3.22. I appreciate you. Thank you for subbing off Twitch. Thank you for supporting the stream. Excuse me. My brother smokes weed to manage his anxiety and ADHD because fuck, those meds are expensive. I used to smoke weed because, and it didn't, the thing is with ADHD, I said this to Rebel Firestorm in the Discord earlier, is that weed for me did not actually sort of like sort out any of the bad symptoms of ADHD. It just didn't, right? It just didn't. It just made it kind of like, well, you know, this is what it's like to be high. I'm not going to do anything. You know what I mean? I'm okay with not doing anything, and this is normal for me, and I'm stoned, so that makes it okay, you know? It was more like a numbing agent, personally. Speed made me function like a normal human while everyone else got high, felt very ripped off. I didn't really function like a normal person per se, but I didn't get the rush that everybody else spoke about. I never really understood why everybody did cocaine. I just thought it was shit. Which is also, like, you know, another thing. You know what? That's true, Hell to Pay. Like, yeah, weed did help me relax. So I think that's a thing as well. I do kind of find it hard to relax, and like when I got stoned, it did make it easier to relax. So that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Always hit and miss for me. I got a prescription recently that was amazing for anxiety and concentration. Yeah, I guess it depends on the strain, right? It's like the stoners say. It's like, oh, it depends what strain you get, bro. Even though some people literally just can't handle weed and just have extreme anxiety attacks with it, you know? If I felt shit on coke, does it mean ADHD? Well, not necessarily if you felt shit, because you might have just had shit gear. You know? Here in Colorado, it's looking like we're decriminalizing psychedelic fungi and also to research it. Hell yeah. If you've got OCD, let me tell you something right now. If you live in Colorado and you've got OCD, sign up for that trial, because when I last had a big trip of magic mushrooms, my OCD was gone for 3 months. It just went away. And a lot of my anxiety as well, which is probably, you know, cause and effect, isn't it? So, there you go. The one time I tried weed legally, I really did feel like I could concentrate better. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Some of the trials they're doing in other states are saying it's curing depression. Have you heard of that, like, that girl who took, like, by accident, way too much LSD and her bipolar disorder was gone when she came out of the trip? It was in a Vice article. It's so fucking insane. Like, there is so much, like, unlocked. And, you know, what we're talking about here, obviously that's LSD. LSD is sort of, like, based on similar compounds that are in magic mushrooms. I imagine if you had, like, magic mushrooms, maybe that would be, like, a different kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? I personally don't recommend LSD. I don't recommend any drugs because they're against the law. And the law is the arbiter of all morality. But if you are going to try psychedelics, I would always recommend magic mushrooms instead of LSD, because LSD is more of a chemical. However, you know, perhaps magic mushrooms would have a similar effect. I don't know. You know? I know some folks who microdose shrooms and says it helps their anxiety. I know someone who microdosed shrooms and stopped taking sertraline, which is the antidepressant. Hey, Enderpig, what's going on? We're diagnosing ourselves on the internet. Welcome in. I'm sorry you've had a shitty day. Let's get some love in the chat for Enderpig, eh? How about that? I'm a bit afraid that my anxiety would kick in and I'd have a bad trip. Let me tell you something about quote-unquote bad trips. There's no such thing as a bad trip. And there's no such thing as a good trip. A trip on any psychedelic substance, as far as I've had a lot of them. I've had like LSD, ketamine, magic mushrooms, multiple different types of magic mushrooms. And what I would say is that like, yeah, you can have a bad time if you're like not prepared for what kind of an experience it is, and if you like take too many, right? But if you're in like a nice, comfortable environment and you try out like a little tiny bit, you know, then you'll be like, oh, this isn't so bad. And then you could try out some extra stuff later on. But obviously don't try anything because it's illegal and you'll get arrested and breaking the law is horrible. So that's the end of that. Anyway. Anxiety Sloth, hello, how's it going? Long fucking time no see. Oh my god. How are you doing? This is so funny. This is so funny. You're here on the day of the results of the midterm elections. And I actually thought that this was the case just when I saw your name. But I've just clicked on your name just to see like how long it's been since I've seen you in my chat. But the last time you were in the chat was at the 2020 election results. We're not talking about that today. We're diagnosing ourselves on the internet. We're not doing that today. We're diagnosing ourselves on the internet. Yeah, pretty funny that, isn't it? I love that. But anyway, it's great to see you. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, I'm doing great. Cheers. I'm doing great. Okay, so what else we got? ADHD treatment first step. If you think you have ADHD, the first step to getting treatment is receive a diagnosis specialist doctor. This is generally a psychiatrist with considerable experience working in the field of neurodevelopmental conditions. ADHD is usually a lifelong condition. It's also very treatable. 80% of people with ADHD respond very positively to medication. Give me the drugs. And with better understanding of the condition, I can usually learn to manage the difficulties that they would otherwise face. Oh my god, please. I want that. Please. Holy fucking shit. However, only with a specialist diagnosis could these medications be accessed. Whilst ADHD medications are highly effective, they are stimulants, which generally control drugs. You need a special type of prescription from a specialist ADHD clinician. GPs typically continue to prescribe these provided by a specialist ADHD clinician made a formal diagnosis of ADHD to stable on your ADHD treatment. Right. There you go. There are even ADHD-specific antidepressants now, kind of, sort of. Oh, right. Okay, did not know. Hoping to find holistic stuff first. Yeah, for sure. Getting a diagnosis through Psychiatry UK. If you live in an area where we have an NHS contract, you can definitely see us via the NHS. I know that Manchester does in the UK because my the ADHD clinician at the GP surgery told me that I could go for Psychiatry UK through the Right to Choose service, like it says here. But also it says here, due to continuing ever-growing high demand for the titration service, we have made the decision to temporarily decline any and all requests for prioritization expedition with effect from Monday, 17th of October 2022. Such requests impact on all of our patients who are waiting to receive our service. Many patients must wait longer than we're happy with because we have a high number of patients being expedited. So, not good. So not ideal, really. This is the NHS's website. Of course, the NHS is going to send me a resource from the NHS. Of course they will. Absolutely. Let's have a little look down here, see if there's anything that we can learn that we haven't seen already. Early age noticeable when a child's circumstances change when they start school. Most cases are diagnosed when children are under 12 years old. Sometimes it's diagnosed later in childhood. Sometimes ADHD was not recognized in child and was diagnosed later as an adult. Improved with age, but adults also diagnosed could continue to experience problems. Yeah. People with ADHD also may have additional problems such as sleep and anxiety disorders. I'm gonna get my mum to watch this entire stream. I'm gonna send the VOD to my mum and be like, just watch this. Just watch this. And you will understand everything. You will understand why I was such a troubled child, right? You know? I think she beats herself up a little bit, but she doesn't really like talk about it. You know what I mean? Shouldn't do that, mum, if you do end up watching the stream. Okay, what causes it? Condition has been shown to run in families. I'm absolutely convinced that my mum has got it. I'm convinced that my dad's got it as well. And I'm convinced that my grandma had it real bad alongside, you know, bipolar disorder and or depression. DJ Mum, that's right. Research has also identified a number of possible differences with brains of people with ADHD when compared to those without the condition. Factors supposed to have a role in ADHD and conclude being born prematurely before the 37th week of pregnancy. I think I was born premature, actually, as well. I did have a low birth weight. Smoking or alcohol drug abuse during my pregnancy. My mum definitely did loads of drugs when she was pregnant with me. No, she didn't. I don't know. OCD runs in the family as well. Possibly. I think my dad's got that for sure. How attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is treated. Yeah. Managed with educational support. Blah, blah, blah. Treatment is offered. Psychological therapies. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, may also help. Okay. That's why you're condemning all the drugs even more than normal. No, I'm not. This is a normal amount. Hey, Nikki, what's going on? Can I get a shout out for Nikki, please? Any mod. Literally any mod. It's up to you. Some day-to-day activities might be more difficult for you and your child. Getting your child to sleep at night, getting ready for school on time, listening to and carrying out instructions, being organized, social occasions, shopping. Literally had problems with all of these when I was a kid. CBT can help. Yes, cock and ball torture. That's right. Had no idea who Nikki was. That's my bad. I'm sorry. This protein bar is wet. Why is this protein bar wet? What's going on with that? Oh, it's because some water was spilt. Right, okay, it's fine. Pardon, you heard? Where have you been sticking it? Not in a vagina, because I don't have one. What do you mean? What does that even mean? Are you saying I was sticking it in my moist bumhole? Wet proteins, yeah. Loathe clothes and shoes shopping. Avoid it for very long periods even now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This should not be free. Yeah, it's free. Free content. Yeah. Look at that. Free content. You know? Ah, the spilling things to why is everything so wet pipeline. It does have dick veins like a Snickers. Look. I mean, it's not, you know, I've seen dicks like this. You got the Snickers dick veins in there. Imagine if my mum watches the stream now. Fuck it, I'm not telling her. I'm not telling her. No, I've not seen rectangular dicks. No, listen, you're saying like, oh, you've obviously never seen a penis before. You've obviously never seen a penis before because the shaft does look like that. If I do that and you can't see the top of it, it might just be a penis. But it's not, is it? Like, everyone's imagination is now doing the work and putting a bell end on top of it. Right? But it's not got that because it isn't. Yeah, you know, rectangle penises. Like, no, obviously not. Muel claims he's seen dicks with bites taken out of them. Yes. That's right. Sir, I've sucked plenty of dongs. Listen, Anarchist Laboratory Sean has sex. Confirmed sex haver in the chat. Was not saying that you've never sucked one. Just that you've never seen one. You can suck one without seeing it. I'm aware. Don't play with feathers if you don't want your ass tickling. Congratulations on having sex. Anyway, enough of this. Adults with ADHD may find they have a problem with organization and time management, following instructions, focusing and completing tasks. Focusing and completing tasks, coping with stress. That's literally what just happened. Live. Did you see what just happened? Focus. I was reading the sentence, focusing and completing tasks. And as I got to about here, right? As I got to about here, yeah, my brain started to read the second sentence. That's what happened. That's genuinely what happened. I'm being fucking serious. I was reading this, focusing and completing, and then my brain went, coping with stress. And so as I was saying completing tasks, I went completing strats. That's why I said that. And that's why I screamed. I once read something about ADHD, got bored, skipped ahead, and was met with, if you skipped to here without reading the above list, you might have ADHD. Yeah. Feeling restless or impatient, impulsiveness, and risk-taking. Yes, absolutely. Symptoms of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Yeah, this is pretty much it, right? We've already pretty much seen this, you know? Like, I always thought that was normal, being unable to stick to tasks that are tedious. Like, that's what the word tedious means, isn't it? It's like, It's like, I don't want to do this. It's horrible. Why would you ever do that? Appearing to be unable to listen. This is one of the worst things. I hate this a lot. And I think this is one of the reasons why I get rejection sensitive dysphoria so much. Because it's like, I feel like when people are speaking to me and I'm finding it really hard to pay attention, I get like really, really, really anxious that they know I'm not listening. So like I stop listening to them because it's hard to actually concentrate on what they're saying because they've been talking for so long, aka a second, right? And then in my brain, I'm like, oh no, they're gonna know that I can't listen to them and they're gonna think I'm a bastard. I also thought that was normal, but it turns out regular people can just do things even if they hate doing them. Can't do that. Can't do that. Some people actually like doing tedious repetitive tasks. Apparently does not feel like drilling into your own mind with a ladle to them. That is an accurate description of what it feels like, yeah. The way people issue corrections for these symptoms could get pretty hard to deal with, yeah, for sure. You feel that? Hey, Aslan, what's going on? Can I get a shout out for Aslan Silver, please? Also, hi, Echo Baz. You said hi to me earlier, and I think I forgot to say hi, but hello. Constantly fidgeting. I am a bit of a fidgeter. Unable to concentrate, yeah. Physical movement, excessive talking, yeah. Being able to wait their turn, yeah. Acting without thinking, oh boy, all the time. Interrupting conversations, little or no sense of danger. Now, I don't get that one. You're telling me people just do things without being interested in doing them? Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. What the fuck? Stupid shit. Related conditions in children and teenagers with ADHD. I'm having trouble concentrating in this now because it's getting tedious because it's repetitive because we've read all this, haven't we? Right, okay. Let's watch some videos now. There's one of these that's it's got loads of videos on it. Wait, hang on a minute. Where's the one with all the videos? There was one that had like loads of videos on it, and I'm wondering where this is now. I think it's this one. Work ADHD UK videos about ADHD. Oh yeah, this is the one. Did I hear right when you said that you're not depressed, DJ? Yeah, don't really suffer from depression. Especially since I realized that I've got ADHD. I realized that the reason that I feel like I'm a worthless piece of shit is because of years of trauma of people telling me that I'm a worthless piece of shit because I've been unable to complete tasks based on my ADHD. So let's have a look at this. Let's have a little watch of this. This is an official video from ADHD UK. It's only got 13,000 views and they've got 1,000 subscribers. That's a bit upsetting, isn't it? Right, okay. You're lucky, DJ. Shut up, man. Yes, having ADHD and OCD, rejective sensitive disorder and ODD is so much better. It's so much more manageable. The anxiety all the time, the intrusive thoughts. Yes, it's brilliant. I love it. It's fantastic. It's much better than depression. Absolutely, yes. Yes.
Hi, I'm Max Davey, ADHD
Oh,
specialist.
that was a lot louder than the
And I wanted to make
person talking.
just explain what I think ADHD is for people, maybe older children or
A lot of fucking headroom for this guy here.
adults who are thinking about whether it fits with them, and also whether maybe you have been told you have ADHD and you weren't really sure what the person meant. I'm going to start from two facts. One is that everyone's brain is different and that's wonderful. The second is that you are not your brain. And this second one needs a bit more getting your head round, really. But we all walk around in our brains and they're not completely under our control.
Oh, so
Our
true.
attention could wander, or we could find ourselves doing or thinking something without quite realizing it.
Yeah.
And that's true of everyone, but especially true of people with ADHD.
Do you remember earlier, chat, when I was talking about, like, oh, what was I talking about earlier? Fuck. Having an argument with your brain. Right? We can literally have arguments with our brains, right?
One of the most popular analogies about ADHD is that having an ADHD brain is like having a car with a really powerful engine, but with bicycle brakes. And I'm bicycle handlebar.
That is extremely funny for so many different reasons, right? Right? So many different reasons. One, because it's true, right? And secondly, because I'm just imagining that in my head. Yeah, just like, oh shit, can't stop it. Like, sometimes the brakes just snap because the force of the engine is far too powerful. The brakes are not designed for the car. Oh my god, that's funny as fuck.
So it's very fast and speedy and powerful, but the steering and the stopping aren't so good.
Oh yeah, the steering as well. Yeah,
analogies.
yeah, bicycle steering, literally just handlebars and brakes. Oh, that's funny as fuck. I love that.
Fine, but for me, we're not. A car is not a living organism, and our brains are living organisms.
Yeah, true.
And actually, they have kind of minds of their own in a funny way. So I think
This guy's got ADHD as well, because like, look what's happening. He's like saying a funny thing and then going, it's not actually true. Gonna talk about another thing now.
of more
You know?
of riding around on a dinosaur, which is a nice image because we all know different sorts of dinosaur. We've all learned about them. And that goes back to the different brains thing. So some people's brains are herbivores. They're very steady and sedate and meticulous and all those things.
That's right, isn't it,
fine.
Sue?
It's just not us. The ADHD brain is ravenous. It wants stimulation all the time. It wants emotions. It wants always to be moving around because movement is a kind of stimulation. So this ravenous brain I call a T-Rex brain, a Tyrannosaurus Rex brain. It's a great brain to have in lots of ways, but sometimes it gets us into trouble. And in the next video, I'll talk about why it can get us into trouble and when we start to think about diagnosis.
This guy talks like me. Like, I feel like this guy talks how I think I talk. Do you know what I mean? I feel like this guy has got ADHD. Right, so the next video, right? Too bored to do anything about being bored. Oh, that hurts me so much. That hurts me so much. That's so loud. That intro is so fucking loud. So loud. Just skip the intro, yo.
I'm Max Davey, ADHD specialist and person with ADHD. This is.
Oh, he actually has got ADHD. Sorry, mate. Wasn't paying attention.
In the first one, I explained what I think ADHD actually is. So pop back if you haven't watched.
Yeah, Magos, if you wanna post stuff in the chat, you gotta tell me if you're gonna like post anything. And I don't like CGP Grey. I think CGP Grey is a bit of a cunt, personally. So probably not gonna watch that guy's video at all. But yeah,
That one yet. So we've had these two.
Not the biggest cunt, by the way. I'm not gonna like have a go at you for watching CGP Grey, but just like very sort of liberal kind of guy. Doesn't really speak to me, like makes excuses for the monarchy and stuff like that. Not a fan, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm probably not gonna listen to him talking about how brains are different and stuff. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's just that.
T-Rex brain, this kind
Hello,
of
Jojo.
brain wandering around. What is it?
Can I get a shout out for Jojo Nora, please?
It's fine. It's a wonderful thing to have. The thing about ADHD is that has this. I haven't even explained what it stands for, and it doesn't really matter. The point is, it is a disorder in the kind of medical classification. I would prefer to call it.
Didn't he say he had it in the first bit, Tanuki? You just listen. This is like ADHD leapfrog. What's happening now, right? Like, so yes, he did say that he had it in the first video, but I missed that. And then I started saying, I think this guy's got ADHD because of the way that he talks. And then we watched the second video and he said, yes, he did just say that he's got ADHD, right? And I made a joke about how I missed that in the first video. I was like, but obviously you missed that just then. You missed me saying that in this second watching of the video, Tanuki. So we're doing ADHD leapfrog now. Is it because of his views on the royal family? Not just his views on the royal family. Like, it's something else. Like, he did something else. And I remember someone else was in the chat like a while ago trying to get me to watch CGP Grey. And I was like, and it was a video on like economics or something. And I was like, I literally don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Again, oppositional defiance disorder, someone trying to get me to watch something. Sorry, mate, don't give a shit. That's the end of that.
Condition, but whatever. The point is that your brain is not in its...
CGP might be the biggest, most smartest communist I know, but someone trying to get me to watch him, I'm just going to be like, fuck off. No, not going to do that.
Self a problem.
Also, I've not been listening to what this guy's been saying, and it's probably really important. So let's just go right back to the beginning.
I haven't even explained what it stands for, and it doesn't really matter. The point is, it is a disorder in the kind of medical classification.
No, Tanuki, I can't.
To call it condition, but whatever. The point is that your brain is not in itself a problem. The problem comes when there's an interaction between your environment and your brain.
Right.
That includes your own emotions and your own emotional state. Some emotional states are very bad to have. If you're angry and you have ADHD, that's a bad situation. If you are happen to be in double history and you have ADHD, if you're in a difficult relationship that requires a lot of careful patience, that can be quite tricky when you have ADHD and you just want to get on. So it's that relationship between the environment and how ravenous your brain is. Because of course it's on a spectrum.
Hey,
There
caught a
isn't
dove.
clear different species. That's where the dinosaur thing slightly.
Yeah, rising high-pitched tone. I think this guy made this video. Yeah, he made this video in lockdown. It looks like he's it looks like he was doing his washing in the background. Very ADHD thing to do. He's got his washing machine on in the background, hasn't he?
Slightly breaks down. But there is a point at which how ravenous your brain is, how hungry your brain is causing you problems. And it really needs to be throughout your life in all sorts of different ways, because otherwise it might be something else going on. When, for me as a doctor, when I find somebody who I've got good evidence from multiple sources that their hungry brain is causing them difficulties across home, school, work, whatever, then it seems to me reasonable to say that this person probably is an ADHD person. Now, you know, we can say they have a disorder or they have a condition. That's fine. It's much more helpful for me to say they are an ADHD person and they need help. They need ways to negotiate their life and their world. And that's what I'm going to go on and talk about on the next video.
Okay. Came to check out because working 4 hours. Oh, caught it up. You still doing that wall or some shit? You love his paintings? What you on about? You love his paintings. Look after yourself. Not gonna lie, chat, find it very hard to pay attention to this guy. Probably because I've got ADHD. Ah! I forgot about the intro. This is quite possibly the most ADHD stream I've ever done. And we're talking about ADHD. Like forgetting loads of stuff, not paying attention, literally reading things ahead of myself. You know? I didn't even realize I was having a hard time paying attention to him until I realized I totally tuned out to write an email. Peak ADHD stream.
Hi, I'm Max Davey, ADHD specialist and person with ADHD. And this is the third video I've done about what ADHD is, how to manage it, and how we diagnose it. So I want to move on to the really important question that a lot of families want to know, is what we do about this. And really there are 4 elements that I think are really important, which I'm going to go through in this video and the next 3. It's looking after...
I'm sorry, I know I'm trying to make this like a really serious, important stream, right? But I just have this like image in my head that like chat is like a classroom of monkeys right now, right? And we're all just like to like this music, just not really like doing anything, not paying attention at all. Nonsense time. Do you know what I mean? You know, like this is my brain right now. Are you ready, chat? Are you paying attention? There's going to be a call back in a minute. There's going to be a call back in a minute. Oh, there he is! There he is! Scrunkly B moment! Scrunkly B moment! There he is! So that's what's happening. There you go. All right, that's enough of that. Do you know what I think all the time? Do you know what I think all the time? Yeah, we've been too focused for too long. Do you know what I think all the time, right? When you hear the circus music theme, I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but like, let me just listen to it again and see if this actually does work. It might work. I'm not sure. It might work. Some of you are probably going to get an idea of what I'm on about when I just play this now. Right. Hang on. Like, I don't know. Sometimes when I hear... What do you mean you knew it? What do you mean you knew it? What do you mean? Sometimes when I hear the circus theme, whatever it's called, I don't know if there's a real name for it or whatever, like it transitions very quickly into this. Hang on. Oh no, it didn't work. Wait. Let me try it again. I'm going to get this right, chat. Wait, why does it just start like that? Why doesn't it start with the man? Oh, because it starts there. Right, hang on. Thank you for making it real. I know what you mean. Hang on. Wait. It just flows into it, doesn't it? It's a good mix. I don't know, it's probably not. That's probably not my best bit, to be honest. It's probably not my best bit. Listen, we've had a little ADHD snack. It's over now. It's time to concentrate again. Sorry, Dr. Max. It would be a good mashup. Yes, thank you for humoring me. Thank you for humoring the terrible joke, right? My brain does the same thing with Star Trek Enterprise theme song. And see, I just read. My brain does the exact same thing with the Star Trek Enterprise theme song and Rebecca Black's Friday. I nearly said Rebecca Flack's Friday, which isn't real words, but that's just how my brain works.
Yourself, your home environment, your school environment, or your work environment, which I'm not.
Okay. Fuck you, Layla, with the fucking Benny Hill rhythm. Get out of town. This can't be what I think it is. What? What is this? What is this? What is this? What? What is this? What is this boomer rapist fucking Benny Hill ancient YouTube video? What is this? What's going on?
Left side. Ladies, are you ready?
Forbidden penis music. Misogynist penguin was the extra 5 this song didn't need. Why are we being cursed with the misogynist penguin? Some things were never meant to be uncovered. I hate this so much. I hate this with my entire being. This is the worst. This is the worst thing anyone's ever found. This is the worst YouTube video anyone's ever found. Right, I'm gonna try and make a bit out of this, chat. I'm gonna try and make a bit. Listen, there's got to be a bit in here somewhere, so let's try it. I'll just put on a funny accent. How about that? Nothing special, just a mix. Anyone can do it. Remember Benny chasing the women round the place? The good old days, huh? Now you'd get arrested for that shit. World's all messed up, I tell you. Not that funny in hindsight, really. Anyway. It's the font that really gets me. It's gotta be a joke, right? I don't know. Sophie. So not only has Sophie just come in to see that. Not only Sophie has just come in to see that, right? Just got here, like my best friend, right, in the whole world, Sophie from Mars, just coming in here. First thing that she sees is that video that we just saw. Not only that, but she was also under the pretense, as most people here, that this is an ADHD learning stream for people to understand their neurodivergencies. She comes into the ADHD learning stream going, wow, can't wait to see what Donald Muel has got for me. We're going to learn together with DJ Muel about ADHD together. This is great. And then the first thing that she sees is misogynist penguin Benny Hill rhythm. Oh my God. Anyway, listen, everybody, please go and show some love to Sophie from Mars. She's amazing. Oh God. Oh God. Hey, that penguin was kind of offensive. Yeah. Getting like really rancid vibes from this penguin, to be honest. Really rancid vibes.
Massive expert on, I must admit. And then there is medication at the end. So the first one is looking after yourself. And there's sort of really three things that I think are really important to pay attention to if you're going to make yourself in the best position to manage your own ADHD.
You're telling me I've got to pay attention. You're telling me that with my brain, the way that it is, I've got to pay attention. Get fucked.
If you're going to make yourself in the best position to manage your own ADHD. The first is your emotional state, and I can't speak to where you're at the moment, where your child is at the moment, but I think we can often fall into the trap of saying, well, someone's got ADHD, so their behavior is due to ADHD. ADHD doesn't make you angry, it doesn't make you anxious, it doesn't make you scared. And so I think, I don't
know, my ADHD definitely makes definitely makes me anxious because of the forgetting stuff. We spoke about this earlier.
It just amplifies the responses and amplifies and reduces your control over those emotions.
Oh, okay.
And so I think it's just worth thinking, if there's a behavior that's causing difficulty for yourself or for those people around you, what is the emotion that's driving that? And actually, do you need to get some separate assistance or assessment about that pattern of emotions that's causing problems, irrespective of ADHD. The second is sleep. The more we sleep, the better our ADHD tends to be controlled. That's not an iron rule, but it does tend to be a good one. Particularly, it makes...
I'm having so many revelations today, chat. Currently learning why I've needed to sleep for 10 plus hours my entire life. Holy shit.
You're more patient with people and tolerant of how annoying those non-ADHD people are around.
Do you remember literally, I'm asking everybody, do they remember? No, you don't. It's okay. About an hour ago, I literally said, I think most people with ADHD are not morning people. Wait, did he say something about sleep? Yes, he did, survive it.
You are, because they really are.
The whole chat having extreme ADHD at the moment.
And the third thing is to get plenty of exercise.
Hey, semiotic.
I think this is particularly relevant in teenagers. For young children with ADHD, you really just need to hold them back from getting exercise. But obviously you need to give them the opportunity. But for older teenagers, they're often resistant.
Yeah, that's right, Sorka.
Really
delayed sleep phase.
You really need to do it. And next time we'll talk about the home. Thank you.
The home, right? I've remembered, chat. I've remembered not to ADHD at home. Okay, right. No, I didn't remember. Hang on. Right, okay. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Why is he quiet now? I sure need 1 to 2 hours of pad time before I can sleep and before I can get out of bed. So if I sleep 7 hours, I'm there for nearly 12. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that too, Hulaid. Yeah.
ADHD specialist and person with ADHD. And today I'm going to continue.
He's got a different microphone now and it's fucking well quiet. Could you not, bro? What do you mean no audio playing? There is audio playing.
Helps children and young people with ADHD. And we're going to talk about the home environment. Now, as a parent myself, I know that whenever my children's behaviour is discussed by other people, a feeling of blame and guilt is inevitable. And
adorable. I think me trying to desperately read a book, watch the stream, and chat with friends all at the same time perfectly captures the essence of the stream. Yes, that's right. I know there are leftists with that audio.
That can be very uncomfortable. That can make me feel a bit defensive. And I think when you're talking about ADHD, your child's behaviour, of course, is in. It
is understimulation. Yeah, I agree.
It's very easy to feel blame and guilt. And I just really want to encourage you.
I make content for neurodivergent people, which is why my audio, a sensory component, is inconsistent between videos. Yes, but that might also be down to the fact that he is neurodivergent as well. So we can complain, but also we have to be extremely understanding.
Child's ADHD, it is not your fault. And actually what I want to focus on is not how the home environment has made things worse, but how it can make things better. Now there are some basic things, of course. If your child's environment is such that they can't sleep, or
it's me, I'm the child,
or they for whatever reason the supply of food is difficult and unreliable, then of course we need to deal with that. And actually we do quite a lot of that in our clinic in South London, because a lot of people just haven't got the space to give the child an adequate sleeping space. But beyond that, of course, there's also the emotional environment of the house. If there's a lot of conflict in the house, if there's a lot of anger and a lot of disruption, then of course...
this doesn't really apply to me. I'm not a child, even though I feel like one a lot of the time. And B, I live on my own, so it's fine.
Much worse.
But I don't know, maybe that applies to you, chat. You could go to ADHD UK's website and check out the videos for yourself. If you live in like a house of multiple occupants or something like that, maybe it's going to exacerbate your ADHD.
To make is about parenting, because when your child is given a diagnosis of ADHD, almost always you'll be offered the option of joining a parenting group of some kind, and these would usually be over 8 to 12 weeks in a group setting, so you're with other parents. Some of them are increasingly going online, particularly
support group. My child is mental, like help. Need a support group.
In this period when
I don't know how to feel about that. Like, oh, I need a support group because my child is insane. Like, I'm like, like, yeah, okay. Like, I'm sure that that's not actually what it's for. It's probably something to do with ADHD moment, intrusive thought, Scrunkly B. That's right, it's Scrunkly B. He needs a theme tune, to be honest. He needs a theme tune. My child is the villain. Autism mum vibes, right? I saw that meme recently and I was like, oh my God. It's like kind of how I feel about like how some like my mum reacted in some ways for me, right? Do you know what I mean? It's like that tweet about the autism mum who was like, my child is an absolute demon and needs to be destroyed and sent to the furthest reaches of hell where it can never be found yet again. And the child is just like, I really, really, really like slugs. I got a keytar. I'll make you the shittiest theme tune known to man for our good pal Scrunkly B. I'm all for it, Hulaid. Yeah, I'm all for it. No, it's got to be worse than Flight of the Bumblebee, Shafiq. It's got to be bad. Got to be bad. Helping parents understand their kids' needs could help a lot. Yeah, I think if it's like understanding your kids' needs kind of thing. Yeah. I get that. That's what I'm saying. I'm sure it's not like actually like, oh, I need a support group because my child is not right. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like it is just for support and stuff. I think that's just like trauma that I've got over the years of like, you know, being told that I'm not right, and then you know, worrying about my parents having to deal with it and shit. I don't know. Recording it during the coronavirus. Group definitely needs input from neurodivergent adults. Yeah, and that can be a difficult thing to hear. That if the treatment for this condition is parenting, that so isn't parenting the reason why we have a problem, and that is not. I mean, that's reasonable, but it's not right. This is how I put it. So you, as a parent of a child with ADHD, will have friends or other people in your family who've got kids, and they are no better parents than you. So let's say most of us as parents, most of the time, are 60% good parent. For most children, that's fine. That's the path on, and you get away with it. And sometimes you can get away with substantially less than 60%. But if you are the parent of a child, everything is so wet today. What's going on? Your pass mark is 90%. They do not give you any margin for error at all. And actually, you need to be 90% 24/7. You know, all the time. You need to be on your game. So the reason for, therefore, offering parenting groups for the parents of children with ADHD is to bring them from the perfectly standard 60% parent, which is completely fine for most children, to the 90% that they need to be at in order to cope with an ADHD child. So it's really, in a way, specialist training. I mean, it is fucking hard. Like, obviously, I remember what I was like as a kid, and just like, yeah. You live in Manchester, dude. Everything is wet. That's true. Yes. And you wouldn't feel. Muel just can't stop making everything wet. The anti-Shabibu. Picked on or. For a minute, I didn't know what you meant by Shabibu, but then after like extrapolating it a little bit in my brain, I realized that you meant the dry maker himself, Ben Shapiro. That's correct. It's because that name that you've given him there. Shabibu, that's a bit of a wet name, isn't it? But if you call him his actual name, which is Bench Apiro, right? That's a drier name, isn't it? The do not eat packet in human form silica gel. Human embodiment of a silica gel packet. It's a bad reflection on you if you were chosen for specialist training in your job. Well, it's exactly the same. You have a specialist child and you need specialist training. That's the way to think of it. I'm by no means got time in this video to outline the sort of principles of parenting. Oh, hold up. Semiotic says, those spaces can really amplify ableism sometimes. My partner works for a company I used to work for, mentoring and tutoring ASD students, and the normatives in that space were severely ableist. Yeah, absolutely. It's got to have neurodivergent adult input for sure, yeah. Pretty sure Shabibu is a cool Elden Ring NPC. Yes, that's correct, yes. Specialist child, yeah. Not a good look. Say his name 3 times in a mirror, you get instant cotton mouth. For ADHD, but actually really it's the same as parenting any child. It's just that you have to get it absolutely right all the time. And all I can say to that is... Getting some pedagogy of the oppressed vibes from this person. I don't know what that means. I've heard that term before, but I've forgotten what it means. Surprisingly. Who's surprised? Not me. At school, don't care because I'm not in school. I mean, let's talk about work, right? Let's have a look at work, because I feel like this is something we've not really looked at. On the stream so far. Oh, it's a different guy. I am chairperson. Oh, it's loud now. Fucking hell. And he's got a green screen. Holy shit. Henry Shelford, chairperson.
Of ADHD UK. And this is an introduction to ADHD and the workplace. We are live streaming this, so you'll see it on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
I don't want to speak to a chairperson unless he's got ADHD. It's a book by Brazilian educator Paulo Freire. What's the subject? Revolutionary education theory from Paulo Freire. Essentially, students must manifest their course of study to be actualized.
And if you're watching, welcome. It'll also be hosted on our website for people to view.
Struggling with that definition.
Whenever suits them.
Struggling to understand that.
Do please consider donating. We receive no government funding. We rely solely on donations and fundraisers. You can see how to donate at adhd.co.uk/donate, and for fundraising.
Oh, holy shit! No way.
For a small fee, if you're watching this as a company, for a small fee, we can produce this speech in person for you, or customize it for your company.
Yo, this is an hour long. I'm not watching this. This is an hour long. Oh fuck, we might have to watch this on another stream, but like, it might feel a little bit like just like being at work, and I don't really want that. Why can't they make stuff like this more interesting? Why can't they just like, instead of making like a PowerPoint, why can't they just make like a video? You know, oh, I'm going to sit here and talk in front of a PowerPoint for ages. Yeah, that's going to work for ADHD, isn't it? An hour-long PowerPoint presentation. Very fucking smart. Yes, great. You know? Brilliant. Yeah, that's going to work. Very smart. Well done, ADHD UK. Top marks. UK, we have a T-Rex brain. Let's see what this is about. I don't know what this is going to say. Hey, I think it's our boy. Yeah, it's our boy. He's back. He's back. And we're playing with dinosaur toys. This is what I want. This is what I want. Basically, educational is a colonial enterprise, very hierarchical. It should be remade in collaboration with the teacher-student and student-teacher. Oh, yes, I've heard of that. I've heard of it, yes. Thus, care between a provider, parent, and ADHD or ASD child should be in collaboration with the construction of shared needs in reality. Yes. Look at this. This is brilliant. This is perfect. This guy knows what he's on about. Fucking chairperson John Fucko. Don't give a shit. You don't know what you're on about. But we've got a dinosaur and a stormtrooper, Star Wars man here, haven't we? A Star Trek fella. He's over here riding the dinosaur. This is absolute. This is everything that I need. He knows what it's like. Love it. Absolutely love it. Brilliant. Let's hear what Max has got to say.
My name is Max Davey. I'm a paediatrician and ADHD specialist, and today I'd like to explain ADHD using a stormtrooper and a dinosaur. Now, we all walk around in our brains, and we all try to control what our brain is doing all the time.
Oh yeah,
me inside my brain, but
you're telling me, fella.
My brain. It's a bit like this. Imagine I am this stormtrooper, and I'm riding around on my brain, which is this dinosaur.
Fuck yeah.
Now, everyone's brain is different, and that is a really good thing. It's really exciting, and it makes life interesting. Some people...
it's the moment. The moment's happening again, chat. Like, in my brain, it's happening again. It's happening again. Oh, what's this? No, I don't want Know Your Meme. No, I don't want that. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, I lost it. No, I just want... Wait, there's a video? What do you mean there's a video? I didn't know there was a video for Soup Time. I hope it doesn't say a slur or something.
Soup Time.
Yeah, brilliant. Fucking brilliant. Yes. This is the thing that we want. This is what we like. Yes, it's working. This is what we want. This is what we want. Scrunkly B. Scrunkly B moment. Fucking hell. I love Soup Time. I love Scrunkly B. Look at him go, changing colours. Yes. Okay. All right. That's enough of that. Enough clowning. Enough clowning around. Okay, let's get back to it.
Brains are like this Stegosaurus. They're safe, quite slow, but reliable, and they've got a bit of a sting in the tail. But your brain, if you have ADHD, well, your brain is much more like a T-Rex.
Whoa!
Big, fast, powerful, and hungry.
Ah, true.
Now, what does it mean to have a hungry brain? This is really important. A T-Rex...
Hungry brain. Wait. Listen, I could turn this into content. Chat, you know I could turn this into content. Right, you know I can do this. You know we could do this, don't you? Right? Come on, you know this one. I've been meaning to tell you, I got this feeling that won't subside. I look at you and I can't concentrate. There's something going on over there. Now I've definitely not got you in my sights with these hungry brain. Too much things going on to concentrate. Right, that's enough of that. Okay. There you go. Let's crack on. Take it seriously, right?
Kind of brain is hungry for stimulation, so video games or TV or really anything that will just keep your brain busy, or movement. So if you're bored...
That's right. Thank you for laughing there, chat. I appreciate that. Crowd goes wild. Time for a whole album. Yeah, that's right. Absolute. That's the reaction I want when I make jokes normally. Now, if next time I make a joke, next time I do like a proper joke, the ones that are funny, if you could react like that, then that would just look great. Everyone on the VOD channel will be like, whoa, he's so funny, look at him. So just next time, when there's a bit like that, similar to that, right, so you know what to do now. Okay, anyway, let's crack on. It's serious, isn't it? We're doing a serious stream.
Stimulate your brain a little bit. And also emotions. So your brain might get really strong emotions that you can't necessarily control all the time. So all of those things can be a bit tricky. They can be amazing. But having ADHD, having a brain like this would be amazing. It'd be a great adventure. But there are situations where it gets very tricky. So history lessons, or when you're trying to get ready for school in the morning.
Yeah.
Sometimes having a T-Rex brain is a bit tricky.
Even as an adult, he's so much better at explaining things. I'm so much more engaged if he's explaining things to me like I'm a child. But normally I'd find that patronizing. But because I've seeked it out, because I've sought this out, it's like, I love this. It's brilliant.
So what does this mean? Well, it means that you have a brain that's a bit harder to control than other people. It doesn't mean...
Brilliant. No mind control for us, chat. That's fantastic. The Vulcans are fucked, aren't they?
You can't try.
You know what that's in reference to, don't you? Star Wars.
Or that you can't learn. It just makes things a bit more tricky for you. It doesn't mean that you can't be helped. There are lots of ways that other people can help you to adapt to the environment, make it easier for your T-Rex brain to cope. The main thing is that everyone needs to work together, because your brain is amazing and we need to keep it that way.
Yes.
Thank you.
God, I love this guy. He's so much better than John Twat, isn't he? Who was that John Twat? He shouldn't be the chair. Why is he the chair of why? Why are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Hi.
Henry cunt. Henry up my arse, second shelf. Twat face. Like, no, I don't want a 52-minute presentation. How? The chair does have to write funding applications. Yes, I'm very well aware of what a chair is for, but the chair should stick to writing funding applications and not do a 52-minute presentation on ADHD. He's the chair because he can finish paperwork easily. Yes, utter bastard. I'm simultaneously mad and pleased that he's able to do this in the company. You know? When I used to teach programming to 100 plus students, tried to design everything to be as simple, easy, and creative. This definitely catered to more neurodivergent people, unlike any experience I had at uni. Yeah, that's pretty big of you, semiotic. Yeah, and I think a lot of academics like get swept away in the academia, and they make everything like very, very, very difficult to understand on purpose because it's like, come on, you should know this. Like, that's one of the worst things that any teachers ever said to me when I was at school. Come on, you should know this. It's like, fuck off. What if we don't? What if we've forgotten? You know? Yeah, forced complexity, completely unnecessary. I agree so much. Right, chat. Brilliant. So that's good. What am I doing now? Get rid of that. Let's get some music back on. Free brain. The magic between you and I'd be able to feel it better if I didn't have a hungry brain. Okay, that's the end of that. Good, that. Just pulled that out of my arse. Literally improv. You know, you could sub off Twitch if you like. You could give me money for performing like a chimp, right? For all of you know, organ grinders that are chat, right? You know, like you could do that if you want. I don't know. It's up to you, isn't it? Right. Understanding ADHD. Now, this is a free course on the Open University. And I don't know if you have to be in like the UK or anything like that for this. But it's a 12-hour course for you to understand ADHD. So if anyone wants to take this course, I'm going to drop this in the chat. While we're talking about teaching each other things, you know, while we're talking about learning things on our own terms and stuff, get involved because it might be, you know. After studying this course, you should be able to define key terms in the field of ADHD research, describe characteristics of ADHD and how they're used in diagnosis, describe the patterns and prevalence of ADHD, including the reasons for disparities worldwide. That's a good thing to know, isn't it? Describe the risk factors and brain changes associated with ADHD. Outline key approaches to managing ADHD with reference to their scientific evidence base. So, fucking brilliant. Like, that sounds really good. And, you know, that might be very, very good to help us all understand ADHD a little bit better. So I'm going to pin that for myself. And I'm going to get rid of these ones. I'm not sure if there's anything more that we can learn from the ADHD Foundation, Neurodiversity Charity. I'm not sure. Might save that to read another time for myself personally. But apparently there are support groups that you can go to as well. And this is just UK only, I'm afraid, unfortunately. Yeah, no worries, Smutty Baba Yaga. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much, honestly. But we've got like national support groups here. So there's Living with ADHD, Add Up as well, ADD, ADHD Online Information, ADDIS, ADDIS, the National Attention Deficit Disorder Information and Support Service. ADHD Voices brings a perspective of experience Says children into international debates around rising child psychiatric diagnoses and the increasing use of drugs in child psychiatry. These voices contribute to empirical evidence base that helps to inform ethical debate, clinical judgment, and national policy. Voices is a Wellcome Trust-funded research project based at the London School of Economics and Political Science. ADHD Foundation. Not sure about. I don't know about any of these. Adney Children's Charity Belfast. Mind Room is a special needs charity. Special needs. Bit of outdated terminology there, I think. Charity for children and adults affected by learning difficulties and learning disabilities. PATOS, the Professional Association of Teachers of Students with Specific Learning Difficulties. Royal College of Psychiatrists. I'm not sure I'm up for that. Local support groups. Oh, wow. Let's see if there's one in Manchester. Manchester Region Attention Deficit Disorder Group. Madchester. I love what they've done there. I love what they've done with that. Fucking brilliant. So that's that, isn't it? So all around the UK, England, Scotland, and Ireland, there are different places here where you can... I'm not sure if there's many in Wales, actually. Unfortunately, but... yeah, excellent naming. Yeah, I love that shit. So there you go. I'm going to drop that in the chat as well. Check that out. That's www.ukadhd.com/support groups. Pretty good. Any in Glasgow? Don't know. Double check it. I'm going to... Well, I say that, but I'm doing it now, aren't I? Gateshead. No, not in Glasgow from what I can see, unfortunately. I think there's one in... hang on. No, it's Scotland here. Yeah, Glasgow support group, ADHD Glasgow, yeah. There it is, sorry, Scotland, yeah. Central Scotland, Dundee and Angus, and Glasgow. Yeah. And then, the last thing that we're going to look at, chat, is this is a website called Choosing Therapy. And again, this is all like NHS approved stuff, by the way. So this is... podcasts, a list of podcasts for ADHD. So we've got here Attitude, that's the website that we initially looked at the start of the stream. ADHD Experts podcast. ADHD experts come together in this recorded webinar series to answer listener submitted questions on all things ADD and ADHD. Episodes cover everything from symptoms to parenting to work. One listener especially appreciates this free podcast and the resources it provides. This is the best free resource I've found to date for ongoing personal education about ADHD. Some episodes are more relevant than others to me personally, but the content is consistently top-notch with deep dives on particular aspects of ADHD research, treatment, and support. Attitude, thank you for making this freely available to people. It's a great gift to me, and I'm sure to many others. So that could be good. I have ADHD. This is from Kristen Carter, who is an ADHD life coach with a podcast dedicated to helping those with ADHD find organization and time management skills. That immediately to me is like, yeah, that's not going to happen. So I'm a little sus of that. But again, if this has been recommended by the NHS, probably give it a go. You know, that's probably just my ODD speaking, right? Attention Talk Radio. This self-help internet show focuses on helping those with ADHD and ADD, including managing symptoms, understanding common problems, and navigating a neurotypical world. Podcast host and ADHD life coach Jeff Copper emphasizes understanding how your attention factors into your work and life so you can better understand yourself. Then we've got Taking Control, the ADHD podcast, Nikki Kinzer. There's loads of these. There's like 15 of them. There's loads. I'm not going to go through all of them because some of them are going to be more relevant to you than others. But check this one out too. Check this one out right there. And you never know. There might be something that you can listen to in the day. There might be something that you can listen to while you're in bed, going to sleep or something. And that'll all be very poggers, pog champion for you, won't it? You know? So, yeah, honestly, very, very, very good stream today. I'm glad that we could go through all that together, chat. I'm glad that I finally managed to go through this with all of you, because it's been a thing that I've been wanting to do for like a long time. I feel like we all learned a lot of stuff today. Give me a 1 in chat if you learned something new today. I'm literally gonna 1 in chat because I learned something today. I literally learned a bunch of stuff. GG, thanks for doing it. You're welcome. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Seeing lots of 1s. Don't be afraid to type a 2. Don't be afraid to type a 2. You know, if you haven't. But, you know, this was an actually educational stream, and I'm very happy that I could, like, help some people maybe understand bits of themselves they didn't understand before, etc, etc, etc. Too bad I was absent for a lot of it. Yeah, absolutely. This is my first stream of yours, and it was a great time. We'll definitely be around again another time. Listen, the rest of my streams are explicitly left-wing, communist, anarchist, anti-fascist streams where I react to political content. So it might not necessarily be, you know, what you're into, but that is what I do normally. 7, Zarf Quag Swag with the 7 there, so I don't know what that means, but thanks for typing a number in chat anyway. Appreciate that. That's why you're here too, you love political content? Buzzing. Okay, well that's great. Oh, just Johnny said that I could have a blue fella. So yeah, I mean, I guess I could have a blue fella for like the last 5 minutes of the stream. That's fine. Chat, what have you got planned for tomorrow? What's going on tomorrow with everyone? This is something that I don't normally do at the end of streams. I don't really like engage with chat too much at the end of streams. Oh, you bastard. Oh, you absolute bastard. Persona Fun, why? Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. It's your lucky number? Alright. I'll let you have that. You know? Gotta use them points, yeah. Surviving this hurricane, hopefully. Oh, shit. There's another hurricane. Oh, shit. Another blue fella. Yeah, let's go. You gonna work and then play games all night? Hell yeah. Love that. One of those good old liberal socialists. Wait, who is? Who is? What are you on about? So I have a job interview, sort of not tomorrow? Ooh. Well, whatever it is, good luck with it. You get to start cat sitting tomorrow. Oh my god, that's so baby. I love that. It's going to be so good. I love cat sitting. It's actually really good. Shouldn't be too bad, but lots of rain. Okay, I'm thinking it. I'm going to be thinking of you, Hell to Pay. Tomorrow we're getting groceries, my prescription while my room is inspected by uni accommodation for cleanliness. Excuse me? Inspected by uni accommodation for cleanliness? Is that normal? I went to uni as a mature student, so I wasn't in halls, so I don't know. They do it once per term. That doesn't sound legal. I don't know. That doesn't sound right at all. That really doesn't sound right at all. It happens to everyone? Are you sure? That's usual in uni? Okay, alright, well. Fire safety issue, they check for clutter and candles. I mean, it's a fire safety issue for everybody, isn't it? You know? To keep your room free of candles and clutter. I agree. Playing video games and forgetting to eat, probably. I hope you don't forget to eat. Please make sure you eat. Prince Infidel. And I hope you've been enjoying your Trash Bingus game. You also can't open your windows more than 3 inches. Yeah, I've seen that in uni accommodation, yeah. They also check for drugs. What, they like fucking like... They go through your personal shit? They did it on my floor in freshman year of college. It's mostly an excuse to look for the weed stash. Well, that, yeah, Sorka's, yeah, literally saying that, yeah. You should have put the kappa because I'm fairly certain you can't be liberal and socialist. Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah, I had no idea what you were on about just then. I was like, what the fuck? It's really fun. Good, I'm glad you're having a good time with it. Oh, they check for people who, like, leave it in a jar. And right, so they don't go through your personal stuff. All right, well, that's fine then. Yeah, that's good. I'm fine with that. And like the obvious smell of weed. Yeah. All right, fair enough. I get that. You know, open lock containers. Yeah, they better fucking not. That'd be so weird. That'd be so invasive, wouldn't it? Right, chat, listen, if you want more Muel, you know where to find me. I've got loads of socials. I had a new TikTok go out today. I'd really appreciate it if you went and gave my new TikTok a like. If you've not got TikTok, you could go and find the same fucking video. It's on YouTube Shorts as a short. Just go to my channel on YouTube, which is also in the socials. And also, if you don't want to do it on either of those, you can do it on Instagram. I'm just kind of testing it on Instagram at the minute because I'm not really sure what it means. I'm not really sure what that means. If you add it to your favorites as well, that's also very helpful apparently on TikTok. Did you repost it? Thank you, Sorka. Yes, I appreciate that. And I appreciate the comments as well. If you comment on it as well and all that stuff, that really helps me out. You know, just comment saying like awesome or like NHS. I mean, just watch the video because it's like really good. Just like watch the video because it's really good. Like the news in there that I've spoken about is really good. Reels are very good. As someone who unfortunately does social media as a job, you'll have to tell me more about that. Persona fun. Clicking copy link boosts it a bit. Oh, does it actually? Oh, I didn't know that. They get mad reach. I've noticed that my reels do better than like a lot of other stuff. Yeah. Copy link is a secret like button. Oh shit, I did not know that. Fuck, that rocks. Right, okay, so let's have a little look here. What have we got? Who've we got? Chat, we're gonna go and raid absolute legend and friend of the stream, Odnon is streaming some RimWorld. So if you like video games, bloody hellfire, you'll enjoy that, won't you? That's how that works, isn't it? You know? Oh, wait, did that not work? Yeah, Odnon's a fucking legend, honestly. So let's all go say hi to Odnon. Give him a follow, give him some love. I love hanging out with Odnon and watching him play games and shit like that. So I'm going to be hanging out about for about half an hour in the stream before I go to bed. So I'll see you in there, chat. I'll be back tomorrow. Standard reaction stream tomorrow. Hopefully thinking about having a look at some scrunkly guys in the woods. So that'll be interesting, won't it? That's going to fall on the floor. Yes, that's right. Thanks for the stream. Listen, everybody, thank you so much for subbing off Twitch, those who did. Thank you so much for the subs. Thank you so much for the follows. And thank you for the lurkers. It's been a while since I've thanked lurkers. And also, thank you for the chatters. Don't forget, you can check out my VOD channel as well. I've got loads of VODs on the VOD channel. If you've missed the stream, if you want to see more streams, there's literally hundreds of fucking streams on the VOD channel. Go and show it some love. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget movie night, movie day, Lord of the Rings Extended Edition marathon on this Saturday in the Discord. Okay, no. Peace.